I guess right now we should start the show.
Yo, welcome back to the JV podcast. Another good episode, another special episode on the way. I got a special guest with me today. I got Jack from the Smoke or Fire show. First time guest on the show, so if you want to introduce yourself right now to the audience, you could do that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm Jack Alexander. I go by I'm just one Jack on pretty much all platforms. I think we're trying to transition to like change the username to Smoker Fire Pod. My only issue that I'm dealing with right now with that is we had an original podcast that we called Smoker Fire on YouTube, but that one was called Pod, and then I forgot the password to that one, so we had to make a new one. That was like really early on. So then we moved to show, and now I just remembered, like, when I moved everything else to Pod on like Instagram and TikTok, I'm like, I don't remember the password to that old account. So I don't know where we're going to be at, whether it's going to be show or Pod, but I want it to be move it to Pod, but we'll see. But yeah, that's what I've been up to.
In my head, I'm like, I didn't know if I should say show or Pod.
For sure, yeah.
And then I think on Instagram it's Pod, but then some of them said show, so I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, because that's a very new thing. Like I just moved it back to Pod, but again, like yeah, I want it to be Pod, but we'll see with the YouTube thing. I don't know yet.
And you were on Clash as well too, right?
I was not actually. I tried.
Oh, you weren't?
I tried to be, but no, I
I thought you were on. I thought you were on it too, because I was like, damn,
oh really?
I was trying to look for like which episode you was probably on.
No, yeah, but, no. I applied for the Luka one. Like I did an interview for Luka and the Celtics hater. And that's kind of how I met Wave, because I was going through like Clash and like trying to network with the people there just to like know what I'm getting into. And then obviously that's how I met you, is through Wave. So.
Nah, yeah, 'cause I just applied. Well, I just sent the email like recently. Just to get my name out there.
Yeah.
But that was really my method to like get them on the show, because I actually have fun watching those episodes. So, but like whenever they have somebody on and they have the tag of their Instagram, I was like, yo, let me try to reach out and see if they'll respond. And that's how I got Wave on. That's how I got Jay Roebuck on. So
yes, for sure. Yeah, those are.
I didn't think it would work, but I didn't think it would work, but it did. And now those are two dope guys that I feel comfortable talking to them, texting them, for whatever, and it's good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's kind of how I got like when I got my first guest on. My first guest on the Smoker Fire show was Mojo99 from the Deep 3, and the only way that I got him to get onto my podcast was back in like middle school. I was on an app called Hardwood Amino, and that was like a blogging NBA app. And he was on there when he was first starting out, and what's it called? And he was pushing his content like through that. Like this was like, I don't know, like 10 years ago. It was a long time ago. Maybe a little bit, maybe like 2017. No, it was like 2016. It was like 10 years ago, because that was like 8th grade for me. And years and years later, this was like 2 years, like a year and a half ago, or like a year ago, I reach out to him because I see that he's on a new podcast called The Deep 3. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's kind of buzzing. Like, let me see if he like remembers me or anything like that. So I DM'd him. He didn't remember me, but he knew the Hardwood. So he responds like, Hardwood homie, like sign me up on the pod. And then, that's how I got my first guest on my show.
That's dope. But
it was fun.
Yeah. So all right. So today, the main bulk of today's episode, we're gonna be doing NBA mock draft, lottery only, and then we'll give our final 4 picks. But a couple trending topics in the league.
Okay.
We got Hall of Fame inductees: Amar'e Stoudemire, Doc Rivers, Candace Parker, Elena Del Don. Shout out to them.
Yes, sir.
It was announced earlier this week, so I want to give a big shout out to them. And I don't know. I think Stephen A went on First Take and was like, Amar'e Stoudemire is not a Hall of Famer. which is we know there's a lot of like messed up things with the Hall of Fame, like especially with the basketball Hall of Fame. So we don't even have to. I literally have an episode on my pod from like 2 years ago, like fixing the Hall of Fame, like going back to each year and seeing the inductees and who we would take out.
So you feel like there's a lot of things that they get wrong?
Yeah, compared to football and baseball, the the basketball Hall of Fame is low-key a joke.
Interesting. That's an interesting take. I haven't really even looked. I haven't even had that as like a thought process. So I would have to look into that, to be honest with you. Now, Doc Rivers, on the other hand, that is one that's in question for me. I don't think that makes sense at all, especially with what we've seen with how he's handled Milwaukee and also like other teams as well. I mean, I know he won in 2008, but I mean, you won with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, to be honest with you. Like it wasn't like that team should have won that year, but like the way that he has handled Milwaukee, and granted they don't have like the greatest roster, especially after like getting rid of like the Drew Holidays of the world and the Chris Middletons of the world. But like anytime I watch a Bucks game, like there's no scheme. I remember like making a video about it like last year. And I'm watching this. I don't remember who they were playing, but I was watching this Bucks game, and it's like three of the players are just standing around not doing anything. And then it's like a pass back and forth type of deal with Giannis and like I think it was like AJ Green at the time. And it's like I don't see anything with Doc Rivers and be like, oh wow, yeah, that's deserving of a Hall of Fame status.
I really just think it's the one championship on top of the all-time wins he has. So they're probably like, all right, we'll
all-time wins. Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know where he stands with that, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't see like any schemes that just like kind of blow me away.
Because if you think about it, like because Doc Rivers started coaching like 2001, all the coaches.
It's been a minute.
All the coaches in that time, they're not here anymore. Like they're not coaching currently, aside from like, well, Popovich just retired, but all of those guys that were coaching at that time are no longer coaching. Doc Rivers is still coaching.
That's a good point.
Think Eric Spoelstra started coaching the Heat in like 2008.
Yeah.
But it feels like everybody else is like relatively kind of new. I guess you could throw Mike Brown in there because Mike Brown's been coaching since 2005, I think, or 2007.
Well, when did he become like a head coach though? Well, Doc Rivers wasn't head coach, right?
Yeah, I'm talking specifically like head coach.
Okay. Yeah, Kerr was 2014, I think.
Yeah, I remember when Steve Kerr was fucking on TNT doing play-by-play.
Yeah.
Like, I remember him on Open Court.
Yeah.
I think Mike Brown might have started head coach in like 2005, 2006.
Okay, so
Doc Rivers was like 2001. Tibbs was like 2010. So
a lot of them have been around for a while. It's just like with Doc, I don't know. Like I don't know how he's still in the league though. I don't think he will be.
We're talking about 2 decades.
Yes.
Of Doc Rivers coaching.
In the last 5 years though, I couldn't tell you why he's still in the league. Like I feel like there's so many other options that you probably could have go with. Like for example, like Mike Malone. Mike Malone does not have a job right now, but Doc Rivers has a job. That to me is very surprising. Is that not surprising to you?
I feel like some of it has to go into like, and this has nothing to do with basketball. I just feel like I think Doc Rivers just probably gets along with a lot of people.
Okay.
I don't know Doc Rivers, but he seems like a cool dude. Like everybody like has
like
good
a locker
things
room.
To say. Yeah. Everybody has good things to say about Doc Rivers.
You can't say the same about Mike Malone.
Yeah. And then on top of that, Doc Rivers, as much as we talk shit about him, I feel like he is a good floor raiser.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. He's a good floor raiser. And him being a likable dude on top of that, I don't think he's ever has he ever had a long stretch of not coaching?
I remember think so. He's like one of the most consistent coaches.
Exactly. And like right before the Bucks job, I think he was doing TV a little bit, doing some media. And then after Adrian Griffin got fired, he immediately went to go coach the Bucks. So I don't think he's really had like time off from coaching like
That's
that.
a good case. That's a good case.
So I really think that's what it is. He's consistently had a job every year, and he's been racking up those wins. And even though he don't have the championships, he's had a few teams that like they went pretty far, like the 2010 Celtics, 2012 Heat. I mean 2012 Celtics. And then some of those Clippers teams. But yeah, Candace Parker can't even be mad at that.
No.
Number one pick, rookie of the year and MVP in the same year. Elena Del Don, same thing. One of the dogs. Stoudemire is interesting. I love Stoudemire, but I don't know. The resume is not completely there. I'm not mad at it, but it shows you.
Kind of want to look at look what his like accolades are and like kind of base it off of that.
11 minutes into the show, I'm wearing the Larry Johnson UNLV because Duke lost last week. So that's my punishment.
That was a sad loss. That was a really sad.
That's
ending.
So I literally ordered a Duke jersey right after they beat St. John's, and it came in on Wednesday, and I'm like, I'm not wearing this shit today.
That's brutal. That's how I am with. I have a Micah Parsons jersey over here, and I got it early for Christmas, and I finally was able to like convince my fiance to wear it. And the one time that I wear it, we go up against the Broncos, and then he tears his ACL. So it's like I've never been able to like even watch a Packers game with that jersey and have us win. It's just been all hell with that jersey.
Oh man!
But Amar'e Stoudemire, he's a six-time NBA All-Star, 5-time All NBA selection, with one first team in 2007. Is that worthy of a Hall of Fame career right there?
You said one All NBA first team?
So it looks like one All NBA first team, five total All NBA selections. I mean, he peaked top 5 in the league, or at least he peaked as the best center once. But I don't think that's enough. Like,
but he made it. He made it. What, first ballot?
Was he first ballot? I don't know.
I think he might have been first ballot. I'm not too sure on that actually, but I don't think that's first ballot worthy though.
It's certainly not first ballot worthy. I can check here.
Yeah, I mean, his peak was strong.
It was
really strong, but
that was a little bit before my time, so I don't know if I can really speak on like his impact on the game.
Nah, he was incredible. And then that first year with the Knicks, right before Melo got there, he was like MVP candidate type. Like he was that good.
So we're talking like
it was really the injuries that piled up, and that's what fucked everything up. Because he really had like one elite season with the Knicks.
Yeah.
And then I know 2006, I think it was, he missed like the whole year, and Steve Nash still went crazy with the Suns.
Yeah. Was that his MVP season?
That was his second MVP season.
Yeah.
So
which is another conversation, but
it was really just the injuries and stuff like that. But in terms of talent and peak, he was incredible. Like he was going toe to toe with the top power forwards in the Western Conference at that time, like Tim Duncan, Dirk, him. At a little earlier point in his career, Chris Webber, KG, and he was battling with those guys. So, I mean, I like Stoudemire. I've always liked Stoudemire, so I'm not mad at him for getting in.
Yeah, that's fair. It says here like while he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, immediately upon retiring in 2016, his induction for the class of 2026 marks his entry into the Hall. So that doesn't specify. Like he said, he was not a first ballot Hall of Famer immediately. Does that imply that he is now?
So 2016 he retired?
Yeah, it looks like 2016.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not first ballot. I forgot how many years you get on the ballot before you're just done. But I mean, yeah, if it wasn't first ballot, then I'm okay with it. It was probably a weaker Hall of Fame class. So
sure, yeah. I mean, you
I'm
have to compare it to others, I guess.
yeah. When you put it into context, I guess him making is not too bad.
Sure.
More trending news. Cade, Luka, and Anthony Edwards are all ineligible for NBA awards. I know people want that 65 game rule gone. Like I mentioned with Jay Roebuck when he was here, I think they should include minutes as well as
That's
games
what I've been
played
saying. Yeah.
because you can't, like, guys are gonna miss games. That's a part of the game. This rule was specifically put in place to prevent load management,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's worked. But guys are getting hurt now, and now they're missing out on All NBA, which could affect their contracts, and that's kind of the messed up part. But Luka could file an extraordinary circumstance grievance for 2 games that he missed in December for the birth of his child. So potentially he could save himself with that.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate that Luka was balling out and he's not gonna make All NBA. Cade had the best season of his career. He's not gonna be able to make All NBA. And then Anthony Edwards, one of the young stars in the league, he's not gonna make All NBA. So now we're about to see I feel like for the most part we know what first team is gonna look like, but second and third, it might be some wacky shit.
What's first team off the top of your head? It's like it's Wemby, Jokic,
Well,
SGA.
with Luka, all right, so it'd be Wemby, Jokic, Shea. I would put Jalen
Brown. 100% Jalen Brown.
Damn, I would have put Luka, but now
then 5 would have been Luka. But now what? It's like
now
I can't even think off the top of my head.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell's first team.
That's the first person that came to my mind, but
the guy that's coming to my mind, but his team don't got the record for it, was Kawhi Leonard.
No, yeah, Kawhi would probably be the. They're not. I think what are they at right now? Like at the 8 seed.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna check real
quick.
But
like we also saw like the greatest turnaround in NBA history. I don't know like the exact stat with that, but like from where they were
currently the 9th seed.
Oh, they're the 9th seed now?
Yeah.
They were just the 8th seed, so the Blazers must have got ahead of them. But like from where they were at, how poor their record was, to where they were at now, it's like the greatest turnaround in NBA history, and that's to do with Kawhi Leonard. I mean, he is a guy that is like what we're seeing with Kawhi Leonard right now. He's still a guy that is like a top 10 player in the league right now. Like at least he's playing like it.
Yeah, I would have Kawhi as the last spot, but the only thing with Kawhi is he technically has to finish out the rest of the season to qualify because currently he's at 61. He's at 61 games played right now.
And even if he goes down too, let's say, and he doesn't hit the 65 game rule, like we're getting into conversations where like Jalen Duren, for example, is like for sure all NBA type of guy at this point. It's like how
I would pitch Jalen Duren in.
But if everyone got to that 65 game rule, it would be a lot more of a conversation to if he would even be a part of it, in my opinion. But
I would have had him like 3rd team.
Yeah, and he's going to be 3rd team now, like 100%. Like it's not even a question.
If Kawhi makes the 65 game mark, I would have him as the last first team spot.
I think I agree with that for sure. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I would even bring it down to 60. Like we could talk about just like a 5 game difference, and then that changes everything. But you look back in history, like I believe, if I'm not mistaken, all MVPs in NBA history has hit 65 games. So in that case, it doesn't make a difference, and it doesn't make a lot of differences for like the winners of each awards, for like Defensive Player of the Year, for Sixth Man of the Year. Like the majority of the winners of all of these awards still hit 65 games.
I double checked for Joel Embiid. He hit 66.
66, yep.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
That's the first person that came to mind. Yeah,
he was. That was the first guy I thought about. I'm like, no way.
Yeah. And I believe when it comes to MVP, all of them have, if I'm not mistaken. But there might be a couple stragglers in there, but I don't believe that's true. When it comes to All NBA, though, now that's a different conversation because that's affecting a lot of the league.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing potentially like 3 people who we would have put All NBA first team not there anymore. And now in 20 years, we look back to this season and it's like, oh, we're not even going to see Luka Doncic and who else would be missing? Anthony Edwards and all these people, Cade Cunningham. It's like, oh, but the Pistons were the 1 seed. Somehow the Pistons still ended up being the 1 seed, yet we didn't give Cade Cunningham the honors. Like they made the 1 seed for a reason. Granted, a lot of those players on the Pistons, like they really stepped up their game, and like a lot of improvements, like with the Ron Hollands of the world, the Jalen Durans of the world. These guys have had their best seasons of their career, sure, but like the majority of that is Cade Cunningham, and now we can't even give him that award,
which sucked because like who could predict a collapsed lung? Like
yeah, exactly. Like that's something that you should be able to like fight. So that's what I'm saying. Like 60 games, we could talk about 60 games or a minutes-based eligibility system. Because on top of that, and this might be a little different now, but like about a week ago, where the numbers were at, LeBron James was ineligible to get any of the awards now. He's another one of those players.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a point, and it still actually might be this case, where LeBron James has had more minutes this season than Victor Wembanyama. Because Victor Wembanyama doesn't play. He doesn't play a full 36. I don't know where he's at. I think he's a little bit below 30. So it's now it's like,
yeah,
okay, LeBron James isn't even a part of it, but he's played more than Wemby, you know?
Yeah, I saw something like that. Like that Shea has played like 400 more minutes than Wemby. And that's what kind of boosts him in the MVP argument.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think minutes played should be a factor.
Yeah.
I think Bill Simmons said it should be like 2,000 minutes.
Whatever the number is. Like
I was thinking like 1,800 around there. 1,800, 2,000. Yeah, maybe 2,000 because I don't know what the minutes leaders is looking like now. But
well, if you look at it in the sense of, let's say you play 32 minutes a game, right?
Yeah.
And then you hit the 65 game mark. 65 games for 32 minutes a game. That's over 2,000. That's 2,080. So even let's say even 30 minutes times 65, 1950. That could be the base mark. You have to play 30 minutes a game for 65 games, and that's 1950 there. That makes sense. Or even hitting like that plus at least 60 games. Like maybe you got to do both, right?
Yeah.
But like bringing it down to at least 60 makes sense to me. Even though a lot of people are like, what's the term? Like blanking. Not eligibility is the best. Availability is the best.
It's the best availability. Best ability.
Best ability. Yeah, something like that, right? Like. That is that argument, but like you look at today's game now, like the pace is so much faster than it was back in the 90s, for example. Like MJ could play 82 games now. Granted, MJ's a dog. Like he'd probably still play 82 games in today's league, but like it is a much different league. Like the fact that Mikal Bridges hasn't missed a game his entire career is like astronomical in comparison, because like the pace is so crazy to where people are getting injured so much more often.
Yeah, I mean, Knicks fans are telling him to take a game off because he sucks.
It's crazy because like when Mikal Bridges is a little off topic, but like it's true though. Like when Mikal Bridges is on, the Knicks are on.
All right,
I feel like go on.
I got the minutes played like list right in front of me.
Okay.
I think 2,000 might be a good threshold.
2,000, sure.
Or actually, I mean 1,800 would be fair too. But like
somewhere in that sense, yeah.
Like Cade Cunningham has played 2,096 minutes.
Should be plenty, right? Should be plenty.
Anthony Edwards 2,109. Kawhi Leonard 1957.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Luka 2289.
Yeah, they're all easily hitting it.
Yeah, so I think they would have to include minutes. Fucking Amen Thompson leads the league in minutes at 2795.
I would say this is what I would say. You need to play at least 60 games, and at least 1,900 minutes. If you can do both of those, you can have it.
So you would need both, not one or the other.
I think it's important to have both. Yeah, I think it's important to have both because it still gives it a lot of structure in that sense.
Okay.
Where it's like, okay, you are playing a lot throughout the season, like you're playing actual games, but you're also putting in the time as well. And I think I would need both because both, like, everyone is hitting 1,900. That's not a difficult amount of minutes for these guys to hit. I'm only saying it's not difficult because it seems like everyone is hitting it. And I think 60 is totally reasonable because if you're playing 59 games, for example, it's like you're playing. What is that? Out of the 82 games, it's about 82. 60 divided by 82. So if you play 60 games out of the 82 game season, that's 73%. I think you should be able to play 3/4 of a season.
Yeah.
You know.
I think I would do,
or close to at least.
I think I would do 62 and or 2,000 minutes.
Oh, you're saying and or okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Like one or the other,
or even 65 and or that. Like because again, for example, Wemby, he doesn't play a lot of minutes. Where's Wemby at?
In terms of games played?
In total minutes. Was he on that list?
He probably is, but I gotta scroll down. Okay, I found it. He's 102nd.
Okay.
He's played 1784.
Okay.
So under 1,800.
See, that's the thing. Yeah. So I feel like if you're gonna do an and or type of situation here, the bar should be a little bit higher. It should be 65 games.
Okay.
Because it's like with Wemby.
Yeah, because he might not even make the 2,000 minutes.
He might not make the 2,000, but he'll probably hit 65 games for sure.
Yeah, he's at 61 right now.
But if you're gonna do both, the bar should be a little bit lower and be like, okay,
yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
60 games.
It balances
or 62,
out like that.
Yeah.
I would lower. Sure. I think I would do like 62. Just 3 games
62.
Less.
Yeah, just you can miss 20 games total.
Yeah, because I think Cade before he got hurt was at literally 61.
Yeah. So, he was, I think. Yeah. But did he hit the threshold of 2,000?
I believe he did. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, he was at like 2,000.
See, man, like there's easy fixes to this, and we could we don't have to talk about tanking, of course, but like there's like even with tanking, like the community collectively can come up with pretty good solutions here. Like these are easy things to. I don't want to say easy, but like there are right and wrong answers to a lot of these.
Cade was at 2096.
Yeah, you should hit it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of minutes. That should be enough minutes.
Yeah. The main bulk of the episode, we are going to be doing a mock draft. First mock draft of the year for me. And we're gonna be doing lottery only. I have Fanspo in front of me right here.
I'm gonna put it up for myself as well.
I'm gonna sim the lottery. After this is all done, I'll probably post our picks on Instagram.
Okay.
But I wanted to do it where like I'll sim the lottery and then we both go like I'll pick or you pick first, I pick, then you.
Okay. Like
we just go back and forth.
Okay. That works.
Yes. So I'm gonna sim the lottery right now, and yeah, this should sim it right now. Let's see. And wow, this is fucked up. I don't know if you want to do this.
You want to present it here? I'm gonna see your screen.
Well, I have it on my iPad right now.
Oh, okay.
But it's fucked up because guess who got the #1 pick?
Dallas.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm like, do you want to use this one or do you want to?
Yeah. See, that's the hard part because it's like we want to stay true to it. Like, do one sim, but like Dallas got it. There's no way they give Dallas. Let's because you could really have a big argument on how rigged the lottery actually is. Whether they'll
it's 100% rigged.
So rigged.
I've been saying this for
Cooper
a
Flag
long
really
time.
Like Cooper Flag to Dallas is ridiculous.
Zion to the Pelicans, Anthony Davis to the Hornets.
Yeah, I mean LeBron to Cleveland, D Rose back to
to the
Chicago.
Bulls. Even Wemby to the Spurs. Like,
okay, I don't understand the Wemby to the Spurs thing, but because I've had that conversation with my two co-hosts too. Why is that part rigged itself? Because we need to give him like a good franchise to be with. Is that?
I was just talking about it with my brother. I knew since September of 2022 that he was gonna end up with the Spurs, and it wasn't no inside source or anything. It was just like generational big men in the past. Where have they gone? Tim Duncan in '97 to the Spurs. David Robinson in '87 to the Spurs. On top of that, the French connection with Tony Parker, Boris Diaw. That's like an easy.
It's written in the stars, at least.
It's written in the stars that way, and I didn't see any other way that it was possible. And that was also the first year where the Spurs like committed fully to the tank, because prior to that they were like play-in 10th seed back-to-back years. That was the first year they fully committed to the tank. And guess what? They tanked for 1 year and they got the grand prize. While other teams, and this is part of the problem with this lottery shit, you have teams tanking year in, year out, and they never even get a chance. That's why I've been saying for the past couple of months, I would say fuck the lottery and just do team record. And I know people are like, man, it's going to cause more tanking. But I'm like, if the best guys are going to the worst team, we're not going to see the constant tanking from these teams. We're seeing Washington tank every year because they're not getting the number one pick. They have the worst record and they fall to fucking the 5th pick. They fall to the 6th pick every single year. If Washington got Cooper Flag,
Pistons too,
or the Pistons, like if Washington
outside of Cade,
if Washington got Cooper Flag, they wouldn't be second in odds. I don't think.
Probably not. They'd be at least a little bit better.
They'd be bad, but they wouldn't be fucking fighting for the first pick.
Well, I mean, you look at Cooper Flag, and shout out to Cooper Flag. He just hit 51 last night, but like he is like heliocentric in that offense. Like he is the offense when it comes to the Mavericks. Like his game is evolving even from like that point forward basis. Now he's not playing point forward as much as he was at the beginning of the season. But like he runs that offense, not in the sense of him being a point guard, but with how much he has the ball in his hands. The team is not good. Like the team is really bad. It's actually a really good thing that the Mavericks got him because they don't have a lot of picks in the future. So having that foundational piece, because that was a horrible trade, like ridiculously horrible trade.
And the Mavs are doing a smart thing too, because they have Cooper Flag. They traded AD. They shut Kyrie down. They know this team is bad. Take advantage of this opportunity that this draft class is insane. You have your pick. Now you can have a running mate next to Cooper Flag because they didn't get that luxury in the Luka era. Because Luka was so good off rip that like they weren't getting a lottery pick again. They got him Porzingis immediately, and Porzingis was in and out with injury, but it wasn't until they tanked to get Lively, and that worked out for them. But now you have the opportunity to pair Cooper Flag with somebody for the next however many years. So
can I say one player that I would want to see play with Cooper Flag though?
I already have my number one. Are you talking about like in this draft or like in the
just like in this draft, like the guy that I would want to see pair with Cooper Flag?
I have my guy already.
Darren Peterson would be awesome.
That would be good.
Darren Peterson would be a lot of fun.
I was thinking of Darius Acuff.
Acuff too, Acuff too. Now with Acuff, you'd have to get like the 4th pick. You'd have to jump up to 4 because you're not getting him at 7. If that's where they're at, I think.
Do you want to 6? Do you want to stay with this?
We can resim. Let's just do one more resim. And whatever this is, no matter what, we have to go with it. How about that?
Yeah, because Dallas getting 1 is fucking crazy.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to resim this.
All right.
And now. All right. Okay, this is better. Washington. Wow. Okay. I know Nets fans going to be mad. So the top 5, we got Washington 1, Utah 2nd, Indiana 3rd, OKC jumps to 4.
Oh my gosh.
The Nets jump to 5. Oh, fall to 5. They fall 3 spots.
Okay, quick question though.
Yeah.
So now that we see that the Oklahoma City Thunder somehow jump up to 4, right?
Yeah.
How deep are we going to go with this? Like, can we like mock up a trade? We don't have to do like a specific trade, but like, if OKC jumps up to 4, who says that they keep that pick? Like, does it make a lot more sense for them to trade it, or are we just gonna like, okay, we're just gonna pick like a player and just move
Usually
on?
when I do these, I don't even like factor in trades. I mean, we could have the discussion about it,
okay,
but then we could also talk about like which guy could we see Sam Presti potentially taking at this 4 spot. Since you are the guest, I'll let you go first with the first overall pick. The Washington Wizards are on the clock.
Okay, yeah, Washington Wizards are on the clock. When I look at the Wizards, I see a lot of foundation. And of course, like when I look at the Wizards, I don't really look at AD and Trae Young. Those two guys, I don't want to say mean nothing to me. Like they're trying to get out of incompetency. But when I'm drafting, I'm thinking about the young core really, and the young core only, especially because this guy's going to be younger than most, if not everyone on that roster. So I'm looking at the Alex Sars of the world, the Keyshawn Georges of the world, Trey Johnson. Those are a lot of like foundational pieces. They aren't the piece. So like when I'm going to draft here, I'm looking for the guy. And what a beautiful concept that the Wizards get the first overall pick. This is like best case scenario.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the guy, and the guy is going to be the next Tracy McGrady. I'm going to go with AJ DeBanza with the first overall pick.
That's exactly who I would take. To me, AJ DeBanza is the best player in the draft. He's the number 1 pick for me. The Wizards, this would be the much needed talent boost for them to get. Because like you just said, the Wizards have a nice collection of young talent, but they still don't have the guy. I don't think anybody on that Wizards team right now, I don't think the front office is looking at them like, you're safe. I think the only guy you could maybe say is safe is Alex Sarr. But outside of that, I don't think you're attached to anybody that much. So I think they desperately need a number 1 pick. They haven't got a number 1 pick since John Wall.
Or top 3, like all 3.
Yeah. Like their last top 3 pick was who? Otto Porter, I think.
Was Otto Porter a top 3 pick? He was a top 3 pick. He was number 3.
2013. Yeah, he was number 3.
Oh my gosh.
That might have been
Otto Porter. He got the Warriors a championship. So
yeah, that might have been their last top 3 picks. So they desperately need influx of talent. So I think AJ DeBanza will undoubtedly be that guy.
And all the stars align with.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. Next pick, we got the Utah Jazz picking 2nd overall. Their front court is crazy. They have Larry Markkinen. They traded for Jaren Jackson. They still have Walker Kessler. He's injured right now, but he will be coming back next season.
He was having a career year.
Yeah, Keontae George having a career year as well.
Yeah,
Ace Bailey has shown.
He looks great.
He looks great right now in the last 2 weeks. I think here I would take Darren Peterson here, number 2. I think having him next to Keontae George, you shore up your backcourt. You have a really good backcourt between those two. You get Ace gets to continue to develop without anybody in his way. Because I know some people have talked about AJ in Utah, and they have that double wing, that Tatum Brown thing.
Yes,
and
love it.
I like it. I like the idea of it. But
he's also from Utah too. He went to Utah Prep. So AJ going to Utah is also written in the stars too. They just didn't get the first overall pick.
Yeah, and I do like Peterson to Utah though, because you have a nasty backcourt.
That's fun.
You have a promising wing with Ace Bailey.
Yeah,
and then your front court is insane with Lowry, Jaren Jackson, Walker Kessler.
Yeah, Filipowski.
So Filipowski,
like all those guys.
I love Sensabaugh. All those guys. Yeah. Cody Williams is showing a little bit now. So, and it'll be we finally get to see Will Hardy like, yo, all right, you could go out and coach now. because I know I feel so bad for him. The last like 3 years is just like just throw the season away. But now you finally get to go out and try to compete because this team. Me personally, I was watching a lot of Jazz games like early in the season.
Me too.
And this team was fun to watch, especially when Keontae was cooking. So when they finally get to be unleashed and they don't have to tank anymore, I think it's going to be really dope to see. Third overall pick is the Indiana Pacers.
This is the easiest pick of the entire draft. It's much even easier than pick number 1. The Indiana Pacers are going to go with Cameron Boozer. Now, the thing is, it's like when you look at Pascal Siakam, this is why I feel like Cam Boozer to the Pacers is just the only thing better than Cam Boozer to the Pacers is Darren Peterson to the Pacers, right? But Cam Boozer to the Pacers, you look at your core, like what I was talking about with Washington. Like you're looking at your core with Halliburton, Nembhard, Nesmith. All these guys are 24, maybe even younger. I think Halliburton's 24. So that's your timeline. Like that's like your main guys. Like of course Pascal Siakam is like your core, but like Halliburton's your guy. You base everything around Halliburton. And if you can have someone like Boozer be like the guy that comes like right after Pascal, because Pascal's like he just turned 32 a couple days ago. That's like the perfect time period to have that next man up type of thing. So it's like when Pascal is, let's say 36 and let's say 4 years, Pascal's 36, Halliburton is in his prime at 28 years old. Now you have Cam Boozer. Let's say everything goes well and he's exactly what we want him to be. We have a 23-year-old phenom who isn't even like your main guy maybe, but like all of the rest of your core is younger, so you can have Tyrese Halliburton just age gracefully into the sunset. It's perfect.
I think Indiana, this is like the best spot for Cameron Boozer. And like you said, Darren Peterson as well. I've been getting a lot of flack this week because I posted that clip that I don't like the fit of AJ with the Pacers. And it seems like
I want to ask you about that actually.
It seems like a lot of people love the AJ to Indy fit. I don't like it personally. I think Peterson or Boozer would fit better with Indy. I just don't think.
I think so.
With AJ's play style, I don't think it's gonna fit what Indiana's trying to do.
Why is that?
I don't think AJ is gonna be able to make those mistakes in order for him to grow and develop with Indiana. In terms, especially with them trying to compete next year. That's
you're saying goal. He won't like peak to where you want him to peak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I think if he goes to somewhere like Utah or Washington or the Nets, he will peak higher. I don't he'll probably still be good in Indy. I just don't think he will reach the potential that we may see for him.
But the other side of that argument is Tyrese Halliburton and like how he can really open up the court for him. I mean, that's one of the best playmakers in the league. That could potentially give Debanza like so many opportunities to get in his bag and score. So having him on your team is perfect.
That's true, but I feel like the main strength of the Indiana Pacers is when Tyrese Halliburton's at the helm, the team is playing fast, run and gun. I feel like when AJ Debanza is at his best, is like half court, making slow reads in slow pace, and that's not really what the Pacers are trying to do. Sure. Like I've seen games in BYU where there's a double coming at AJ Debanza and he's scoring with two people on him and he's making reads on the high post and he's making those decisions. Is that the best thing for Indiana basketball when they were just in the finals and Tyrese Halliburton was the guy? I don't think so. Like for AJ's sake, I would love for him to do that, but I don't know if Rick Carlisle is going to like that. Maybe in the playoffs when shit slows down, but are you going to rely on a rookie to do that immediately?
But I don't think they would be relying on him because, like, your two guys are Hallie and Pascal. So it's like, in that sense, it's either like perfect or it could be like the worst thing for his career.
Yeah, because I think of somebody, and I'm not comparing Ben Mathurin to AJ, but Ben Mathurin was kind of like that jack of all trades guy that like didn't really fit what they were trying to do, but at any given moment he could put a ton of pressure on the rim. Was excellent at getting to the foul line.
Yeah.
And he couldn't even fucking stay there. They got his ass out of there with the quickness. So I'm like, somebody like AJ who has some similar characteristics as Benedict Mathurin, how are you gonna convince me that he's the perfect fit when I see a guy like Darren Peterson who I think he could play some off ball with Tyrese Halliburton, and if you need him to, he could create with the ball in his hands. Because we saw it this year in Kansas. There were a lot of times where he was playing off the ball, and then when he did get the ball, he was able to score, like that game against when him and AJ, when AJ was matched up on him and he was hitting these tough shots. So I feel like Peterson could fit better next to Halliburton because you could still play your Pacer style, and then in the half court you have a threat like Darren Peterson as well, and then Cameron Boozer is just a winning player. Like, I think Cameron Boozer would fit on any team. Like, he will find his role regardless. He's gonna do whatever the coach needs him to do, and he's gonna thrive in that way because he's a basketball player at the end of the day.
So, what do you say to the people that compare him to Marvin Bagley? Because Marvin Bagley in college was phenomenal. He didn't translate to the league.
Yo, I'm a Duke fan, bro. Like, I was watching Marvin Bagley highlights the other day, and I'm like, yo, you guys talk so much shit about Marvin Bagley. Like, people like I get it. Like, hindsight, all that. Like, people say you guys pick Bagley over Luka. Sure, it's funny. Yeah. But I remember at that time, bro, not saying that like he should have been picked over Luka, but like
there's a reason why
this motherfucker was worth, like, he was a number 2 pick for a reason. Like, it's not like he was like no disrespect.
Why didn't he translate, and why could Cam translate?
Well, yeah,
that's the question.
The biggest reason why Bagley didn't translate was because he was like a tweener. Like in college, he was playing the 5, and I believe he was like 6'9", 6'10". But he wasn't really like in the NBA. He's not a 5, but then he's also too slow to play the 4, and he don't really space the floor as well. But
it reminds me of someone coming up in the draft that we'll get to later.
Yeah, and I just feel like the reason Cam Boozer could fit better is just I think his feel for the game is just a little bit better than Marvin Bagley's. Like, you can play him as a hub. Like, there were moments in this season at Duke where you can play him on the high post and make plays, and he's throwing lobs to Patrick Gungba, and he's throwing some pocket passes to Dame Sarr and Isaiah Evans, and then he's a tenacious rebounder. Even with, like, I forgot his name, the center from Virginia, Badunga, who had like 9 blocks.
Vesser starts with a V.
I'm thinking of Badunga from Kansas. I forgot the center's name. My apologies, from Virginia, but in the ACC championship game, he had like 9 blocks, and Cameron Boozer got blocked like 3 times, but it didn't stop him from attacking him. And you see Cam Boozer at times. Mentality. Yeah, you see Cam Boozer at times. He's bringing the ball up, initiating offense for Duke. Marvin Bagley wasn't doing that, and whenever another team would have a center guarding Cam Boozer, John Shire would just be like, yo, Cam, bring the ball up and attack. So that way the center was out the paint, and it'll open things up for other guys. So it really depends on how you're playing Cam Boozer. And obviously, like, people are calling him Tyler Hansbrough and shit like that. I don't think Cam Boozer is going to be a superstar in the NBA. But to the people that think he's just going to be a bum and out the league in 2 years are just stupid.
Ironically,
like, to me he's a 15-year NBA vet. Like, he's probably, like, at his best, he's probably like your second, third best guy on your team.
I was just about to say that, like, peak Cam Boozer, like, what we want to see from him is to be that second or third option. How beautiful is it if he gets drafted to the Indiana Pacers, who were just in the finals? Like,
I told people
almost a year ago.
I was telling people on Twitter, I'm like, yo, if the Pacers get Cam Boozer, they're going back to the conference finals, like next year.
But they're not only that, but they're just going to be a contender in the East for the next 10 years.
And Pacers fans were like, nah, we'll get back to the finals with AJ. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, with Cam Boozer, you're definitely going back to the.
I mean, I think he could regardless, no matter who it is. But
And
Boozer is a better fit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also feel like Cam Boozer just being a winner is like an underrated thing. Like him winning every state championship in high school, every EYBL in high school, and then I mean, shit, this year if it wasn't for that fucking shot, they'd be in the Final Four. I would have picked them against Illinois.
It was not. At first, I thought it was a bad play. It was not a bad play. What Caden did, and I think it was the guy that you had on before that made that video that convinced me of that. You know that pass that the turnover, like it was actually a good play, but it just didn't work out.
Hey man, I don't even want to talk about that shit.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're good. But but like there's something to say. Like there's little things that GMs look at that I see, and I'm going on a tangent because this is my guy, it's Cam Boozer.
Oh, it's totally fair.
So but like there's leadership qualities with Cam Boozer that like some people question with Darren Peterson. Like, did he really want to play? Does he really love basketball?
Okay, and those I'm a Kansas guy. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Ridiculous.
But people are having those conversations, and with Cam Boozer, you see him in the Arkansas game, in the Michigan game at halftime when they're down, and he's telling his guys like, "Yo, head up, like we're good, everything." He's the first guy in the huddle. He is a leader. Like you don't have to question his effort or anything. Like he's been a leader since he's been in 6th grade. So it's those type of qualities that I look at in a guy like him, where I'm like, he's gonna be successful regardless. Like it don't matter. He's gonna figure everything out. And I can't wait for him to succeed because I'm gonna go back to everybody that says he's gonna be garbage in the league. So he would be my rookie of the year pick next year. Like depending on the team. It depends on the team. Because if AJ goes to the Nets, like can't really stop that.
Yeah, exactly. And with Peterson, I just want to go real quick on Peterson because that's my guy. It is a little scary. It's not his fault in this sense, but his injury is just like a really confusing, weird thing that not really a lot of people understand. Is it like the cramping? Is it something deeper than that? Unfortunately, kind of reminds me of when Markelle Fultz got into the league and he had the thoracic outlet syndrome, and like just his jumper just kind of like his muscles just like weren't like working like physically. I think I don't want to compare it to that, but it's confusing in that sense. It might not be as drastic, but it's like, oh, what is actually going on? Could that really derail his career? It could get to that point to where it just completely derails his career. That's worst case scenario, of course, but that is like one of the sides of this.
Yeah, and I feel like with the injury concerns with Peterson, GMs really have to take that into account because it's like,
yes,
our job is on the line with this pick. Like this kid could be like
this year,
the future guard, but then if he can't play, it's like fuck. But I'm rooting for Darren Peterson because I do think on the court I love his game. The best player.
I really think he is the best player out of all of these guys. I think the way that he gets to his shot is just one of the most fluid things I've ever seen. Like he's got like the body of like Donovan Mitchell, but he's got like the game of SGA, just like the way that SGA gets to his spot. It's like it's just perfect. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like when I watch it, it's like it's so fluid and perfect.
Watching him last year in the Chipotle Nationals and like earlier this year, I was like, yo, he reminds me of like a mix of Booker and Anthony Edwards.
Okay, yeah. Just like the way how with ease they get to their shot.
Yeah,
which is the reason why he's a second overall pick still, regardless of like all of the side effects that come with what could potentially be with him. Yeah, just a reason why he's still number 2.
And now this is going to be conversation. 4th overall pick, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting.
Well, Fanspo is currently like outdated with their best available because right now they got Nate Ament as the best available, and that.
Oh yeah, no, I have with Fanspo.
I think it's because
I have Fanspo consensus. I chose that one.
Okay, I think I said it to ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm like, this is like the high school rankings. That's why.
Yeah.
With the 4th pick, I mean, we could talk. I mean, this could be the first trade back in this show's mock draft history.
It would make sense
for that. It would definitely make a ton of sense for them to trade back, because I'm looking at the guys on the board. I mean, Caleb Wilson would be kind of interesting with OKC. Would they pull that trigger? I don't know. But everybody else, I feel like everybody else would just be like, you don't really need that.
Yeah, but what do they need though? Like, I mean, they need shooting, maybe. That would make sense. But like, if you go Acuff, it's like, well, you got Shea, like, and you have you're developing Tobich right now, like. You have Wallace. You have like so many, like a plethora of guards. Like they don't really need anything.
Things of need for them. What I think of, I would say front court, because you don't really know the future of Isaiah Hartenstein, and then you also don't know the year-to-year health with Chet Holmgren. Like he's been relatively healthy this year, but you never know year in, year out. And then you have Thomas Sorber, who missed this entire season, redshirt. He's going to be coming back next year. You don't know what that could look.
A lot of injury history with a lot of those players.
So there is like a guy or two that I do look at for them, but it would have to be in a trade back scenario. Like I'm looking at like Jaden Quaintance and Patrick Gungba for them, but I wouldn't take them this high. Like
with Quaintance, it's like, especially with OKC, it's like you have so many big men that have injury problems.
He's already
like
he's a big red
flag.
Yeah, I wouldn't even like, but I feel like Patrick Gungba would be interesting for the Thunder, but this would be way too high for him.
Yeah.
So this would be a trade back. I mean, I could talk myself into Caleb Wilson with OKC. Like it would be fun.
That wouldn't make sense to me.
You said it wouldn't make sense?
No, it would. Like that seems like, I mean, I don't want to influence your pick here, but
could we? I never traded. I feel like this trade back shit is I'm not. You
know
what?
Do a trade? Because I'm the Memphis Grizzlies and I'm on the phone with you right now. Because we just traded Jaren Jackson Jr. and we got some picks because we just traded away Desmond Bane. We have pick number 9. We have pick number 14. Hey, OKC, I know what you like to do. You like to stock up on draft picks. Boy, do I have a team for you.
So you want to do what, 9 and 14 for 4?
Probably more than that, but yeah, 9 and 14 just for the.
I guess just to make it like simple. Let me see. Memphis Grizzlies could do 9. Will that work?
OKC also has 12, so they would have 9, 12, and 14 in this scenario.
Yeah,
just unfair for the league. But there's reason for the Grizzlies to do this trade.
All right, so I just made the trade. The Memphis Grizzlies now have the 4th pick. Jeez. I think just for the sake of the video, I think I just did 9 and 4. I didn't know how to do both together.
Okay, that's fine. We'll still have OKC do the 14th pick.
All right. So yeah, right now I got Memphis Grizzlies on the clock at 4, and here I would take Caleb Wilson.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
He is. People were surprised when I said he's the best UNC prospect since Vince Carter, and they're like, "Whoa."
Who's in between there? That's not coming to mind.
I mean, with this dude's potential and upside, I mean, you're talking about like Raymond Felton.
Oh, it's Caleb Wilson.
Harrison Barnes.
Shout out Harrison Barnes.
Danny Green, Tyler Hansbrough, Ty Lawson, Kobe White, Cam Johnson. It's been rough for UNC in terms of like
Caleb Wilson. Yeah,
I don't even think there's an argument. Like like in terms of like NBA talent and like star talent, UNC hasn't had a top prospect in a while. In fact, Fun fact I like to bring up all the time, like, because fuck UNC, but they haven't had an NBA All Star since 2008.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Antoine Jameson.
Okay.
He was the last one.
And even then, that's kind of like it's an all-star, but like, I mean, there's a lot better all-stars out there.
Yeah. So for me, Caleb Wilson is like hands down the best prospect they've had.
Makes sense.
Since Vince Carter. And yeah, this dude, like, the athleticism is crazy. The shot making, especially from the mid range, is very impressive. And I think Caleb Wilson, I think for him, the team he gets selected to is very vital for him.
Yeah.
Because I talked about it last week because I was reacting to Bleacher Report's mock draft. And I think the Kings might have had the 4th pick and they took Caleb Wilson. I'm like, I think if Caleb Wilson ended up with the Kings, we might not hear about him ever again.
It makes sense for the Kings to do that. They seem pretty high on Acuff, but it makes sense for them to do that, but it wouldn't go well.
I'm like, we might not hear about Caleb Wilson until he goes to his next team.
Yeah.
I just don't want anybody to go to the Kings. But I think there is a lot of potential there. And I would love to see him go to a team. I mean, this wouldn't necessarily be the case in Memphis, but I would love to see him go to a team with an established point guard. To have that pick and roll duo threat with somebody immediately. Because I feel like
John Morant, like the perfect.
Yeah, if John Morant is still there next year, that could be perfect.
Which probably won't be, but
yeah,
for the first season, maybe. I don't know.
But if I'm Memphis, Cedric Howard and Caleb Wilson.
Yeah, Zach Edey.
Zach
Edey and Wilson in the front court.
And then you got Cedric Howard working out Kawhi Leonard in the summer. I'll sign up for that.
Jackson, yeah.
It's
fun. It's a fun little core. You got a lot of. Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, you still have a lot of assets too, so it's not done yet.
Yeah. The next pick, 5th overall pick, we got the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, it is the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know. This is like I'm really high on one guy. And there's another guy that I've been mocking to the Nets that I don't like more than Acuff. I don't like him more than Acuff. First off, I want to ask you, like, what do you think of Yegor Demon, like, from this season? I know Traore's had like kind of a neat little rookie season. Obviously, Yegor was the 8th overall pick, so that was like their guy. Mm-hmm. Is that someone that you believe in as like a facilitator for this team?
I mean, he's cool. I thought at the time of the draft they reached crazy for him.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, he's shown some flashes this season. And I mean, a lot of his shot diet was from the 3-point range. Didn't really see him attack the basket like that. I do like Traore a little bit more. Like, he was a guy in like the summer of 2024. I was really high on Nolan Traore, especially in the Nike Hoop Summit, seeing what he was able to do. Mm-hmm. And he just had a bad season at St. Quentin. So that's kind of what made his stock fall. But I do like, out of the 5 guys that they picked, I do like Nolan Traore the most.
Yeah.
And then
I think I do too.
So he'd be the guy, not to say that he's like safe, but he would be the guy that, like, okay, I would probably invest in him a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I mean, but Traore, like, I guess I didn't hate him. I guess I just don't like him with the 8th pick. Because I know the Nets had 19 as well. Had they picked them at 19, I probably would have liked
Yegor.
Yegor a little bit more.
Yeah.
But then picking him at 8, I was just like,
it's a little early.
I was like, what the fuck are they?
I saw a lot of mocks of him like inside the lottery, going into the draft. But yeah, 8 still seemed a little high.
Yeah, early college season last year, he was like top 5, Yegor.
Yeah.
But then as the season progressed,
Okay.
And they were playing like top competition. He was like not as good. And then that's when he started to fall. That's when I started to see him like around 11 to 16-ish range. So I thought he was gonna go around like 18, 19. I thought he was gonna be around there.
Okay.
So when I saw him top 10, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we're still
and
running
then
with that. Yeah.
and I was convinced that Kasparis Yakuchonis was gonna be like a lottery pick, and he fell to 20. And he was a guy that I really liked in last year's draft. So
they could have picked him up at, I think, 19.
They could have picked him up like twice.
Yeah, twice exactly.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with a mold that Brooklyn would more than likely go with here. This guy, first and foremost, is just like one of the best scorers in the draft. He's got good length. He's good at defense. I don't think he's like one of the best defensive players in this draft, but I think he's good enough to hold his own. Speaking of the Final Four, he's still in the Final Four right now in Illinois. I'm going to go with Keaton Wagler. I think that's a positional value that they need. He's also kind of like a shot chucker, like how they like their shot chuckers over there with Michael Porter and then when they had Cam Thomas. Is that too high?
No. I'm not mad at the pick. I'm mad at myself because I picked ESPN and I'm like, these motherfuckers probably don't even have Keaton Wagler on this shit.
Yeah.
I'm literally going down. Oh, I found him. Guess where ESPN had him ranked?
Jeez, how far did you go? I don't know.
113.
113? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. But
that's ridiculous.
Bro, this is the I think this is literally the high school rankings.
It has to be. It has to be. Really outdated. It's really outdated.
This is super outdated because Nate Ament is 4.
And if you go back, it'll let you redo the selections if you wanted to on Fanspo. So I use Fanspo a lot myself.
Oh, so you could go back, change it,
hit undo. You'll have to redo the picks 1 through 5. But it'll keep the order. If Wagler's down at 113 or whatever you said,
I deadass might do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that shit again. Yeah, because I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to search. Because even Darius Akov, like, he wasn't too far down, but it was just like, bro, what the fuck?
He should be up. He should be right up there.
Like, I had to scroll like a little bit for Darius Akov.
Yeah.
You said you do the Fanspo consensus?
I believe I did Fanspo consensus. Yes.
All right, so we did.
Should have Akov at 5.
So we did AJ 1, Peterson 2,
DP,
Boozer.
Trade with, and then the trade with. You should be able to do the trade with 19 as well. If you hit the trade partner, and then it'll say pick 9, pick 14. You can click both of them.
Oh yeah, I was able to do it.
Okay, for sure.
All right, so Memphis gets Caleb Wilson.
Yep.
And then 5th, we have Brooklyn taking Keaton Wagler. Okay. Yeah.
Is it Wagler with is that how you pronounce it? Wagler, like kind of like. With
I was listening to a pod and they said it's pronounced Wagler.
Okay, that's good to know for the future for me.
This is better because they have him 8th here. And
that makes a lot more sense. Yeah,
I had to scroll down. All right, but this is I'm gonna use that for future reference. All right, so we got Keaton Wagler with the 5th overall pick to the Brooklyn Nets.
Perfect. I love that. I love that because they love their shot chuckers. And I don't think he's like a shot chucker. Like he's a great shot creator. But he's not like to that level. But like it fits the mold when they did have Cam Thomas and they have Michael Porter Jr. It's like I'm just trying to get in the mind of. I can't think of the GM name off the top of my head, but get in the mind of the Brooklyn GM. Sean Marks. I'm trying to get in the mind of Sean Marks. We're like, okay, what would he do? I think that's what he would do. And it's positional value. It makes sense for them too, because they got rid of Cam Thomas. They don't have like a viable like shooting guard. So now you have Traore, let's say, or Demon, and then you have Wagler, and then you have like Michael Porter Jr. Oh, geez, that team sucks. I don't know. You could really go a lot of directions with that like front court.
Man,
or like that 4.
I hope they get like the 7th pick in real life.
Oh yeah, you're a Knicks fan. It makes sense.
Yeah, fuck the Nets. Like I never really had a problem with the Nets, but once we made the Mikal Bridges trade, and I have to go on Twitter and I see Nets fans like the Knicks
Get all
made
of
the
your
worst.
picks. They got your future. Yeah.
They're like we finessed the Knicks. They made the worst trade of all time. I'm like, I hope you guys get the 7th pick.
It makes it a little bit.
When they picked Diego Demon last year, I laughed out loud.
Good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I didn't like the pick. I don't really think it's panning out too much. I don't know. I think he's going to be good. I don't think he's going to be like a cornerstone of that franchise.
No, they're going to have 5. They picked 5 guys, and none of them are going to make all rookie.
No.
Think about that.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
Yeah.
And at least one of those was your pick, or not at least one of them was your pick.
Yeah.
And it was probably like Danny Wolf or something like that.
I think Danny Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. Or one of the 20s ones. So I don't know. I think Mikal, like with his contract, it makes up for it a little bit because Jalen Brunson took that pay cut. So it's not like you are paying Bridges like that amount of money that he actually is, because Brunson deserves a lot more than what he's being paid right now. So having a superstar like that is pretty awesome, especially after having Melo that literally only went to New York because of the bag.
Hey, like, I'm not shitting on Mikal no more. Like, he's here. Trade happened.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. Like, I'm not gonna shit on Mikal. Like,
I mean, he's there every single night.
He's there every night. I'm not gonna forget the first 2 games of the Boston series. What the fuck he did? Because without him, we don't go to the conference finals.
He had one like when you guys went up against the Spurs like a couple months ago.
He loved shitting on the Spurs for some reason.
He was that was like probably his best game of the year, if not career. Like that.
I love
just all the intangibles.
I love when he's like cooking, when he's at his best.
Yeah.
And he's firing on all the cylinders. He looks great.
Yeah, he's fun.
6th overall pick. We got the Sacramento Kings.
Okay.
And
this one's easy. This one's easy for me, I think. This one's super easy.
It's easy for me too, but I feel bad for sending him here. But I'm gonna take Darius Acuff.
Yeah.
With the 6th overall pick.
Yep.
And I feel bad because I don't want to see him end up in Sacramento because that is like organizational malpractice, like that franchise, because that's one franchise where it's like they could get Wemby and I'm still not confident like what the fuck they do after that.
100%.
So
I mean, they didn't know how to figure out Boogie out of all people.
Yeah, like if Wemby ended up on Sacramento, I don't know what the fuck they would have did. So I feel for anybody that has to go to Sacramento, and that's no disrespect to the fan base, because the Kings put out bullshit every single season, and the fans still go out and show up. Mm-hmm. So shout out to them, because like I could relate. Like when the Knicks were dog shit, I was still tuning into games. Like when Trey Burke was having 40 midway into the 4th quarter, I was watching those games.
Yeah.
So you just got to clean house, and maybe things get better. But
he's gonna wear the same number as your old point guard.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll be able to develop his defense enough to where he could. I made a whole video about this. I think you've seen this one. Where I was like, you need to stay away from Darius Acuff, because he has potential to be
like saying the Kings need to stay away.
The Kings need to stay away from the Kings need to stay away from Darius Acuff, because he has potential to be all time. Like the way that he can score the basket is just he's like Darren Peterson in that sense, where he can just get his own. But his defense is a really big liability, to where if you're on the Kings, the developmental side of it, it's like, okay, well, if he went to like, let's say the Spurs, for example, or realistically, the
Mavericks,
the Pacers, the Mavericks, like teams where you could actually have a foundation where there's going to be veterans there that actually really care because there's something that they're building. There's not malpractice with the owner, Vivek, and just the way that he's the owner of the GM. Just the way that he builds that team is just like, it's ridiculous. Like they don't develop their guys. Like it's a blessing that De'Aaron Fox became who he was.
Yeah.
It just worst case scenario for Darius. Best case scenario for Kings fans. Who was this pick number 6 here? Acuff dropping to 6. I think he could even go number 4 depending on the team.
Yeah. This is good for the Kings. Like this is good for the Kings, bad for Acuff.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna hear of him still. Like, I don't think this is the Caleb Wilson situation where
he's gonna drop 20 a game in his rookie. Yeah, he's the only guy scoring, especially if they get rid of the guys.
Yeah. Calipari said it. He was like, "Yo, if you pass on this dude, you're gonna regret it." And I believe it. I think Darius Acuff is like the next guy. Like,
I've talked to so many people. They're like, "Oh, but look at the other side of the ball. Like, look at his defense." I'm like, Trae Young brought the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals. And when you say Eastern Conference Finals, a lot of people are like, so he didn't even make it to the finals. There's 4 teams that make it to the Eastern Conference Finals every single year. Out of 30, there's only 4 teams that can do that. That's a major thing for a player, especially if he's 6'2", who can't play defense like Trae Young. Yeah. He did that.
Yeah.
Granted, he's like one of the best shooters ever, but like, if Acuff is this scorer that everyone says that he is, I mean, he can still be a great player in the league, even if his defense isn't that great.
Yeah, I still hold going to the conference finals in high regard.
Yeah.
The defense doesn't – it's not a big, like, concern with me. I mean, yeah, with Sacramento, it would be
it's
very
a
vital. Yeah, it would be a concern because he's just going to continue building those bad habits.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to get better. But on a team like Dallas, where he's going to have Gafford, Lively, Cooper Flag back there in the front court, he could kind of get away with being a poor defender. And I'm okay with his defense being bad when his offense, I feel like, is going to be really fucking good. Because how many times have we seen a guy that is great on defense, but they're a 0 on offense and they play?
Yeah, outside of like the anomalies of like the Rudy Goberts of the world, where like you're like one of the greatest defenders ever.
Not often. Like most of those guys, for the most part, are getting benched, and more often than not, we see guys that are 0s on defense, but they give you a lot on offense.
Yeah,
they play more, and I get it. Like some people are gonna say defense wins championships and defense is more important. I think.
I mean, it isn't. I don't think it is, though. I don't really.
I think offense is more important, but you still need that balance.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah,
you need the balance of both, but like great offense is always gonna beat great defense. Like
100%.
that's just how it's gonna go.
I mean, even if you look in like history, I mean, even Andre Roberson like wasn't a bad offensive player. He was a good offensive player. He just couldn't shoot. But like that's like another one of those anomalies was like it doesn't really happen often to where a guy that is kind of a negative on offense, but one of the best defenders. Like you have to be like all time to get like a big contract, and you're only good on defense. Like Rudy Gobert for me, and he's top of my mind because that's literally a half hour away from me in Minneapolis. But like that's like one of those guys that I'm like, okay, well, there's one example, but it doesn't happen often.
Yeah, and I feel like you can only get away with that if you're a big man.
Yeah, you can't do that as guard.
If you're a guard, hell no, you're not even playing
unless you're lengthy and like you're putting straps on like the best guards. Like if you can strap up the Lucas and the SGAs and the Jalen Brunsons of the world.
Yeah, like
if you can do that, sure, but like it has to be like top tier.
Like I don't think Tony Allen in today's NBA is playing 30 minutes a game.
Really?
I don't know.
Tony Allen is so good at defense. Like
he's great.
You look at Cason Wallace and times him by 5. That's Tony Allen defensively.
Yeah,
Cason Wallace isn't getting 30 minutes though. To be honest,
he's not right.
He's not getting 30 minutes a night.
And who would you say is better offensively, Casey Wallace or Tony Allen?
To be honest, I don't even know. Probably Casey
Wallace.
Yeah.
And you just said he's not playing 30 minutes, so
he's not. I mean, granted, he's on the best team in the league, so there's a lot of variables there. But
but I'm just saying in today's NBA, it'll be tough. Back then, because fucking scores was like 71 to 67, and we didn't prioritize shooting like that, so he could have played 40 minutes back then. And that's not even a slight to Tony Allen, because I think guys like him should have more of a role in today's game, but that's just not how the game is now.
Those types of players on teams are like the Casey Wallaces of the world, where like you're a backup two, and like you get like 20, 25 a night.
Yeah.
If that.
Tony Allen was a fucking starter. Like, he was starting.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think his number is retired even.
Yeah.
So, I agree. I wish it was too.
Shout out to Tony Allen, man.
Shout out to Tony Allen.
I didn't mean any disrespect. And he got his number retired. I was watching Clash yesterday. It was 1 Melo fan versus 10 Melo haters. And his last claim was Melo's jersey should be retired from the Nuggets. And everybody was like, man, he didn't do shit to get his jersey retired. I'm like, do you know how many players haven't done shit and they've gotten their jersey retired?
Nick Collison. At number 4 is gone for the Thunder.
Vince Carter got his jersey retired by the fucking Nets.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They only won like one playoff series.
Yeah, I mean, we even thought like not even Kawhi Leonard is like one of those things with the Spurs, because I think he did enough to where if you compare it to like the Nick Collisons of the world and the Vince Carters of the Nets, maybe that should have been. I guess it's all based on like certain teams, you know, like for OKC, like if, for example, if Nick Collison played for the Lakers or the Knicks or the Celtics, number 4 would not be.
He would
retired.
not get his shirt retired.
But since it's a small market,
like Bernard King didn't even get his jersey retired.
Really?
I don't think so.
Yikes, that's rough.
Yeah, he didn't, because Julius Randle wore number 30.
Oh my God, that's bad. Yeah. Who's at number 7 here?
7th overall pick, we have the Dallas Mavericks. Damn, this would have been perfect for Acuff.
It would have been perfect for Acuff. I have trouble with this one actually, because it's between two people. It's between Flemings and Michael Brown. And the reason why I'm having trouble is because I think Flemings is like a safer pick.
Is it Michael or is it Mikel? Because like
did I say Michael? I did not mean to say Michael.
And I'm not even trying to correct you, but like I see some videos that say Michael Brown, and then I see other ones that say Mikel Brown. So I'm like,
it's usually Mikel, but if I said Michael, that's on me. I didn't even mean to do it like that.
Nah, because I think last week I said Michael.
Okay,
but it's only because I've heard so many other people say Michael.
I guess I don't know. I haven't watched too many Louisville
games. It's confusing.
Like that. But regardless, like Brown is like I think he has higher upside, but Kingston Flemings has a higher floor. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, it's just one of those things where I feel like Michael Brown, like his shooting alongside Cooper Flagg would be a lot of fun. Plus, if he ends up being, I don't want to say Hall of Famer, but like the star guy that we want him to become, his peak. Him and Flagg is like best case scenario between him and Flemings. But I feel like, him and between Brown and Flagg, not Flemings.
Okay.
But Flemings, I mean, I think there's like some sort of safety blanket that he brings to where like he can facilitate the offense. He can still shoot really well. I think he's a better defender than Michael Brown.
Yeah.
And since you don't, so it's like one of those things where it's like, how do you look at this? Because Dallas Mavericks don't own their first overall pick for however long. Do you go the safe route because you don't have a lot of picks, or do you swing for the fences because you don't have a lot of picks? Like, it's like, that's where I'm like sitting here like,
you kind of just answered the question. Like,
did I?
For me,
Okay, then what was your answer?
For me personally, I would swing for the fences because I don't
You would
have
swing for the fences.
picks in the future, and I mean,
but like you don't want to mess it up because you have Cooper Flag here. Like let's build like a foundation.
I feel like between the two guys, I don't think you're fucking up with either.
Sure. So might as well swing for the fences.
There is one guy that I would lean towards, but I don't think whoever you pick between these two, I don't think you're fucking it up.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Mikael Brown Jr. Then I'm gonna swing for the fences.
That's who I would have went with too.
Yeah, I'll swing for the fences because him and like Kyrie doesn't need to be Kyrie. Yeah. That's not the timeline anymore. Shout out Kyrie, had a great career. Not saying that your career's done, but like this is now the back half of your career, right? We don't need you to be 2024 Kyrie. We don't need you to be 2016 Kyrie in the finals. But you still have Kyrie on your team, and now you have Mikael Brown, having Kyrie as a mentor, at least on the court. That is like best case scenario. Like, okay, I have this young guard, and I have Kyrie Irving to mentor him for the foreseeable future.
And
what a beautiful thing that they're building.
And Mikael Brown going into the college basketball season was PG1, and then
yes, he was.
He dealt with some injuries that kind of lowered his draft stock. Shot 34% from three. I do think he's a better shooter than what the numbers indicate at the college level, because we saw in the Olympics last year with FIBA, he was shooting like beyond the 3-point line, and he shot 84% from the free throw line. So I think his 3-point percentage I think will go up in the NBA, and he takes a lot of them. Like in terms of volume, I think that's gonna fit well in the NBA. Like there were games where he was going like 2 for 13 from three. Like Pat Kelsey was like, "Yo, just I don't care what your percentage is, just like get comfortable putting them up." So I would have picked Mikael Brown as well.
Now, him not playing in March Madness is like I would probably pick Mikael Brown, but if we're also like adding in like a prediction type of thing, like with the Vogler pick, that was kind of more of a prediction pick than like who I want. Like I want Acuff number 5 is on my big board. Like Acuff is number 5 for me.
Yeah.
So if you add that in, Mikael Brown probably doesn't go 7, and maybe it is Fleming's. I don't know. They're just really 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Or I guess 2A, 2B. Because Acuff's number 1 for me.
Yeah, same. 8th overall pick, we have the Atlanta Hawks. They've been playing incredible basketball lately. They are currently the 5th seed. Yeah. Watch out, Cleveland. Watch out. But CJ's been hooping. Jalen Johnson's had a tremendous year. Nickeil Alexander-Walker might be the favorite for most improved.
Should be. Should win it.
They do need a point guard.
Yes.
That's something they don't have. And I think I'm going to take Kingston Flemings here.
That's a phenomenal pick, dude. I think it's going perfectly so far.
Yeah, it's going perfect.
This is really going perfectly.
Kingston Flemings, super, super great season at Houston. And I think the thing I like about him the most in this fit with Atlanta is just how he competes on the defensive end. We talked about between the 3 guards that he's the best defender of the 3.
I would say so, yeah. I mean, he's not like this generational, like if I'm looking at like who could be like a generational defender, who could be a generational defender in this draft class, like I'm looking at the Burries of the world, looking at the Phylons of the world. Those guys could, they're not right there, but like they could be generational defenders. Yeah. I don't think Flemings would be that guy, but out of the classes of elimination, he's
like tier below that, but he still competes. And with the athletes that Atlanta has on the defensive side of the ball, I feel like you could plug him in right away. Yeah. And he can fit really well with those guys in Atlanta. Yeah. So I think that'll be the right pick where he could initiate the offense, but he's still not asked to do a crazy amount. So he could still develop in that way.
And you look at this from like Atlanta's perspective, it's like you have you went from Trae Young, who is complete negative on defense, to now someone who's like a good defender. That's not like his best part of this game. 6'4". I don't know how big he is, like weight wise, but like much different size, like much different build than what you had with Trae Young. So now you have Flemings and you have
like he's 190.
190.
I think Trae Young was like 164.
Even 190 is like not like the biggest in the world, but they're 19 years old. They'll put on the size.
He'll put on the size.
But yeah, that's still a big difference. Like regardless. But being 6'4", like that's a much bigger player than like 6'1", wherever he was at. And now you're looking at the guards of like, now you have Flemings, you have Dyson Daniels, you have Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's it. Like now you have Dyson Daniels off the bench. That's good. I think Dyson Daniels should come off the bench, but now he really is coming off the bench. Flemings is bringing up the ball. That's nice. That's a nice backcourt. I love that a lot.
Now it's back on you. OKC. This is the 9th pick.
Yes.
Memphis originally had this pick and we traded it. So OKC has the 9th pick right now.
Okay. I'm choosing between 2 players here, I believe.
Okay.
Because I don't know if I really want to go point guard here. I don't think because they're developing Topic, obviously SGA. What other point guard would they? That's really it. I guess that's really it, right? It's just those 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now that adds in a 3rd player. And then also what I'm thinking, not only do I'm thinking like Falan, or however you pronounce his name. LeBron Falan. Phylon. Yeah, Phylon, you're right. I'm looking at Phylon because now SGA has really improved his playmaking, especially this season. But I think Phylon would be that perfect like playmaker guy off the bench if Topic doesn't end up panning out to what they want him to become. Phylon's good there, and he fits the mold. He's a great defender. Could be like I was saying earlier, like this he's more likely to become like a generational defender. Not saying he will be, but out of the point guards that we've been talking about. And then I'm looking at 2 other guys. Really, I'm looking at one guy. I like Koa Pete, but I think it's between Phylon and Yaxel Lindeberg. Because now I think he's like he's a senior, like a redshirt, or wherever he's at.
He's a fucking super senior.
Yeah, he's much older. Now that is a mold great for these like contending teams because like he's not someone that you're gonna choose to be like, okay, this is our next guy. We want him to become like a top 3 player on our team. No, we just need like bodies down low that we don't really need to develop that much, even though we're the Oklahoma City Thunder. We can develop him into what we need him to be. But he's already there. Like he's like 24, 25 years old or however old he is.
I think he'll be 24 when next season starts.
Okay. So let's say 24-year-old rookie. He's already got he's got a lot more experience than some of these other guys. I'm going to go Yaxel Lindeborg. That's what I'm going to do. I was trying to convince myself to do Phylon, but I got to go last. Yeah.
I was thinking between Yaxel Lindeborg and like Thomas Houck.
Yeah.
Phylon.
That seems early too, I think.
I think he's projected around like 14, 15.
Yeah.
I like Phylon. Yeah, that's true. I like Phylon. I'm just hoping he goes to a team where like he could kind of rock out.
Yeah.
Because his game is crazy. But I think
Yaxel
Lindeborg, I think that's a good fit for him in OKC. He won't be asked to do much, and he'll be 24 going in. He'll be a vet right away as a rookie, and I think OKC just needs more guys in that front court 4 or 5 spot that you could plug in and play, because that's really the area where they need the more depth. Because at the guard spot you still have Shea, Case, and Wallace. AJ Mitchell still playing really well on his
AJ
contract.
AJ, thank God I didn't go Phylon because AJ's there. I've completely blanked on him.
You're still developing Topic, so I think, and you have McCain you just traded for. So at the guard spot they're still, I think they're fine. So I think it's really the front court where they need that. So we got Jackson Lindenberg at 9. 10th overall pick, we have the Chicago Bulls.
It's the Bulls. I have the Bucks here. Am I tweaking?
I got the Bulls here at 10.
Okay.
They have way too many guards, man. This would have been the perfect Caleb Wilson spot.
Yeah. If they jump up. Oh no, I'm tweaking because I didn't have the lottery like you did. That's why I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, because mine's simulated.
Yeah. Well, the last few were on track. Like I had Mavericks, Hawks, like right in there. So like it was on track with you. And
yeah,
okay. It was off track again. But regardless, yeah, you're right.
This is a bad spot for the Bulls because they have so many guards.
I mean, you're looking at like the Steinbachs of the world, the Kobe of the world.
They need a center.
Burries is also good.
Like, yeah,
I know he's a guard, but
I was considering Braden Burries here.
Yeah,
I feel like what the Bulls would do in real life is take Nate Man. That's what they would do. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's a good point. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, there's one player later where it's like, I know he's too small to be a power forward, not agile enough to be a small forward. That's a recipe for disaster.
Like,
I'm going to stay away from a man.
Like, Phylon is best player available right now. But unless you want to argue
Bulls.
Braden Burries, but yeah, they have too many guards. Braden Burries is one of those guards that I feel like he could fit on whatever team. I just wouldn't want him to go to the Bulls because it's like, what the fuck? So the guys I'm thinking about right now, I'm thinking about Cole Pete.
Yeah, that makes
Heinz
sense.
Steinbach
is a good pick too. Steinbach.
What a fucking name.
Yeah, that's weird. Is it Hans or Hannes? It might be Hannes.
Yeah, well, I don't know why I said Heinz. I don't know.
I think it's It's either Hans or Hannes. I don't know.
Hans sounds cooler.
Yeah, it could be either.
Yeah, Bulls fans are gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna take Hans Steinbach.
I don't mind it. He's a great rebounder. He really loves contact, which is something I don't. Okay, Bulls fans, you actually should like this pick. You should actually like this pick, oddly enough, because that's like the perfect type of fit that you should be looking for. Like, defense is one thing that you guys. I know he's not like he's a good rim protector. He's not great anywhere outside of that realm as far as like defense goes. He's kind of like slow footed. He can't really shoot. He's not really great jump shot threat.
76% from the free throw line.
Yeah, he's a bad free throw shooter.
I mean, 75 isn't that bad.
I don't know. That's kind of. I mean, for a center, it's probably closer to average.
I mean, shit. I got Mitchell Robinson on my team, so
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
So
that's fair. See, I don't have a center. I don't like my team. Well, I guess the Wolves we got Rudy, but for the Warriors, it's like I'm used to very small ball lineups here. So like, is it like
that shit threw me off when you said you a fan of two NBA teams.
Really? Yeah. I don't know. It's hard for me to like, because for the Warriors that was like my first love. Watching Steph at Davidson and then watching them go to like everyone calls me a bandwagon. I grew up with it. So if you call me a bandwagon, I wouldn't be like shocked about that because it makes sense. I do some white dude from St. Paul, Minnesota is a Warriors fan. It is odd, but watching him go up against like I really liked the Spurs too back then, like with Danny Green, but like we got rocked in the first round from the Spurs. In like 2012, 2013. 2013, we lost to Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, and the Clippers.
Yeah.
That was during the time.
Do you like the Warriors because of Steph? So if Steph's not there, you wouldn't care?
I don't know yet because I haven't dealt with that yet. Granted, in 2019, that was one of my favorite seasons, or 2020, that was like one of my favorite seasons because no one was calling me a bandwagon. No, and I just got to watch like Eric Pascal and we draft James Wiseman, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like we got the center. Like I've waited so long. That Bogut was great, but we got like an all-time center here, which is what I thought.
Eric Pascal, man.
Eric Pascal, yeah.
I'm mad because before we got on here, before we got on here, me and my brother were talking about all rookie teams, like how this year could potentially be the first 5 picks making all rookie first team, and how many times has that happened in NBA history? And
how many times has it happened?
1984, but there wasn't a second team in 1984. You just had the first team, but the top 5 picks made it. And then 2018, you had the top 5 picks made it.
Was that and Ayton, Luka, all them?
Yeah, they all made it. And then I was like, because before those two, the first draft class I checked 96, and Ray Allen fucked it up because Antoine Walker made it. And then 03, he was like, Darko probably fucked it up, and he did. And then we went back and checked 2019, and I was like, I already know because RJ didn't make all rookie team. And then I looked back at the all rookie team. I'm like, fucking Eric Pascal made it. No disrespect to him, but
he did, didn't he? Oh my gosh,
yeah. That all rookie team was disgusting. It was like Eric Pascal, Brandon Clark, Kendrick Nunn, Terrence Davis, like a lot of guys that are out the league, and RJ Barrett.
Pascal's like one of the best players out of all those options.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, I don't know how RJ Barrett didn't make all rookie that year. That was insane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Every time I think of that year, all rookie, I just get pissed off.
That's funny. But Steinbach, like, he really uses his physicality. That's his game, is his physicality move, and like his rebounding. He's a good passer. He has nice vision, I think. So that type of player for the Bulls is kind of perfect. It's not a sexy pick.
It's not.
But it's like what we were talking about with the Mavericks. Pick, but it's like what we were talking about with the Mavericks. It's like, okay, we've kind of been teetering the line of just like mid for so long. This is the one year that we're actually a little bit like I think they're out of the play-in. They're out of the play-in now. So it's like, okay, we need to just hit on something.
And I would feel better about Steinbach than Nate Ament. Yes, I feel like they've been drafting Nate Ament for the last couple years. So it's like, just get away from that.
And that's the thing. Like, you have to go between two different options. You have to go with the safe pick, or you need to go with the lower floor but much higher ceiling pick. It makes sense in this sense for them to do the safe pick because they've been swinging for the fences. They keep striking out, strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. They could have had Derek Queen if you really wanted to swing for the fences. Could have had Derek Queen. You didn't. You took Noah Senge. Do the safe pick. Like get a foundation.
I don't know why they didn't take Derek Queen. Like,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
I was mad at a lot of teams for not taking Derek Queen. I'm like, bro, this guy is fucking good.
He is high. I thought of him like high upside,
low floor.
Yeah. So it's like it's one of those guys. Like you need to be a team that is willing to swing for the fences.
Yeah.
Bulls were one of those teams.
Yeah.
Bulls were absolutely one of those teams.
Next pick, the 11th overall pick, we have the Milwaukee Bucks.
Pick number 11, Milwaukee Bucks. Okay.
I think I know who I would pick here.
Milwaukee Bucks.
I know exactly who I'm taking here.
I think I do too. I'm just still looking. The guy from Florida's cool. I think
Thomas Houck.
Yeah. Houck. Okay. That's one guy that I don't know how to pronounce his name either. That's not the guy I'm planning on taking here. I just want to double check my Koa Pete should be taken at some point pretty soon here. I don't want to go Nate Ament, but I think that I don't think I still will. But like when I'm looking at the Bucks, they're probably going to get rid of Giannis. That's a team that is like in a developmental mode. So like, okay, let's take someone that is going to take a little bit of time, but you have We have Burry sitting right there. So I'm going to go with Brandon Burry.
That's the guy who I would have taken.
And now you have a backcourt. You can't. And yeah, I'm going to go with Brandon Burry's here at number 11 for the Bucks. You can't let Kevin Porter Jr. be the guy that stops you from taking your next Drew Holiday. So now you have Drew Holiday, quote unquote, in Brandon Burry's, and then you have Ryan Rollins. That's the backcourt of the future right there. And he complements Ryan Rollins so well because Ryan doesn't really is not like the greatest defender in the world. So having Burry's there like to complement him and the scoring of Rollins, the defense of Burry's, it's a good little 1-2 punch.
Yeah. This is the guy absolutely who I would have taken here. Just like you said, him playing next to Ryan Rollins, you have your backcourt pretty much like set for the post Giannis era. And I think Burry's is one of those guys where he would fit on a lot of teams just because he's a smart basketball player. You're not asking him to be the star of the team. He's just going to fit in a lot of different areas. I think this is the right pick for him, the right spot. And I remember at first I was saying that Darius Aikoff was my favorite player in the draft, but since everybody kind of hopped on that train, I have fell off. Not saying
he's a little overrated at this point because people are comparing him to Darren Peterson right now.
Yeah, not saying that I don't like him, but I'm just getting off because now everybody's on the train and
he's mainstream now.
Yeah, it's mainstream now. My new favorite player in the draft is Braden Burries.
I like that.
I really love his game. Like
I'll hop on that train with you.
Yeah, this is a dude where I'm absolutely confident he's going to be a 15-year NBA vet.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in the league for a long time. He's going to be a really good basketball player. And I can't wait to watch him tonight in the Final Four because he's had a tremendous season.
Yeah, that's my pick for that was my pick before the bracket or before the game started. It was Arizona.
Yeah, but
he just seems like a winner.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, I would pick him. Next pick, Golden State Warriors with the 12th overall pick.
Don't screw me over, bro. Actually, I don't even know where I would go with this. No, I would. No, there's one guy that I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah, there's one guy. There's one guy for me. See if you go with him.
The guy. I mean, I'm thinking about Koa Pete here.
Okay. Nick.
I don't want to go Nate Ament. I don't want Phylon here. I feel like Phylon. I don't know. I'm trying to do Phylon a favor and send him to a team that like he could get some type of shine.
I agree. And we got plenty of guards.
Yeah, they got plenty of guards. I feel like they really need a wing or a front court. I mean, they got Draymond, Porzingis will be back.
We need the Draymond replacement.
Low key, yeah.
To be honest.
Too high for Braylon. Is it too high for Braylon Mullins? It might be. I feel like he could fit in here too.
Yeah, he's in the Final Four right now. I mean, who knows what happens tonight?
If they didn't have so many guards, Bennett Sturts could have been interesting here. I think I'm gonna just keep it simple, and I think I'm gonna just take Koa Pete here.
Okay.
That's fair. One of the better. You have a high upside guy, one of the better players available. California area. No, he's from Arizona actually. Still kind of close.
West Side.
But West Side, he is a winner. That's something you can't teach, and I think this guy is a coachable guy that you could integrate into the final years of this Warrior era. So I think he's a guy that could fit right in. There's other guys too. Like I think Braylon Mullins would be interesting. I think he could fit in to this system too. And who's the guy that you were looking at here?
So if the Warriors took Koa Pete, I would be upset, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd be a little upset. Only because there's one other guy available still. But it makes sense. Like that's like That's where he's being mocked. I think he can use his physicality to get to the rim. That's what we need. I mean, it's kind of a great fit in that sense. Because we were like one of the worst teams, if not the worst teams, when it comes to like getting to the free throw line. Especially when you have Steph Curry, like one of the guys that can get 30 without putting like really any free throws up because of the way that he plays. And he also doesn't have a great whistle as well. But we don't get to the line. So taking Koa Pete, and I don't know his numbers when it comes to getting to the line. I just know that he's a physical offensive player, and he'll just bully you into the basket. The guy that I wanted them to pick, or wanted you to pick up, is probably the best shot blocker in the league. Someone who I think that could end up being someone like an Al Horford, or not Al Horford, like a Jaren Jackson maybe, and that's Chris Sinak. Okay. That's who I would want.
Would you think 12 is too high for Chris Sinak?
I don't think it's a reach. I think it is early. Like it's still early. But like the Warriors, I know the Warriors don't care about picking someone early. If they were like super high on Chris Sinak, they would take him at 8. Like that. Yeah. That's Mike Dunleavy's thought process there. I think, and certainly was Bob Myers. Where like if I want the guy, I'm going to get the guy. That's just kind of like the vibe of the front office. Yeah. But that would be a great piece because he's 6'11". You could run him at power forward. You can run him at center, like just like a foundational piece. And Koa Pete could be that guy too. He's just like one of those other guys that he's just a little undersized again. Like he's 6'8". Like that's more of like a forward type of feel, but he plays like a big man. So like that, it does make sense for the Warriors to take that. Like a prediction, Koa Pete makes total sense. But I love Sinak. I love Sinak. I love Houston.
Fuck Houston. I'm still mad about last year.
Yeah.
Oh man, what the fuck? This shit closed on me.
Oh shit.
Man, fuck. Fanspo, man.
I so many fucking. Here. I could give you the names if you need him.
I'm trying to see who the next pick is, because
yeah, because mine was different, so I couldn't tell you.
Hopefully this goes
for back. Me. It's the Heat.
Okay, all right. I'm back. Never mind.
Okay.
So we took Koa Pete at 12. So
I like the pick. I'm sorry. Like I do really love that pick. I just love Sinak a little bit higher.
Okay, I feel you. 13th pick, we got the Miami Heat.
Okay, it is Heat, man.
Miami Heat.
Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect, actually.
For
this is you, right?
Or is this is your pick.
Oh no, it is my pick. Oh, okay, yeah. LeBron Philon. LeBron Philon. Perfect pick. Like him. Like him and Kasparas Akachonas, like those are the two guys that would be fighting for like that point guard position. I don't think that's going to hinder the development of Akachonas. That is just your biggest need. Terry Rozier is in jail. I think he's in jail right now, literally in jail, so he's not going to be a part of your roster.
Oh man.
Davion Mitchell is your other guy. Like your best guards are shooting guards. Norman Powell, Tyler Hero. Those aren't point guards. I know Tyler Hero is run point guard. He's not a facilitator. Not a good defender. Just a bunch of scorers. And Philon is a great scorer as well. But like you now have someone with Philon that can run your offense, that can facilitate everyone, that is a great defender. You put him alongside of the Wiggins of the world, the potential Giannis Antetokounmpos of the world.
A backcourt of him and Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, like Davion, like I don't even know what they would want to do with Tyler Hero.
I don't know.
This could also be a pick, like if Giannis does get traded, number 13. This could be the Bucks choosing right here, and then they would end up going like Nate Ament or something.
Yeah, like they would end up with Burries. Imagine they get Burries and Koa Pete.
Yeah, and just have the chemistry there already. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like this.
It's
pick.
Entirely possible.
I like this pick. Miami Heat definitely need a point guard. Still TBD with Kasperiak Jonas. I don't mind
Looks
them
good.
having a
Yeah.
I don't mind them having a competition.
Yeah.
You could do kind of what Memphis did back in the day with Conley and Kyle Lowry, and
Yeah.
just go from there. But LeBaron Philon has improved tremendously. I said it last week. Coming off the bench last year, and gave you good minutes throughout the season to the point where you're in the Elite Eight against Duke last year. You put up 16 points. You're the leading scorer of the team. I remember watching that game like, yo, this dude is fucking good. Like, it's pissing me off. Like, and then
Yeah.
he comes back next year and he's amazing. Like, he's having like 35-point games. And I remember him going back and forth with Darius Acuff that one game when Acuff had like 49 and I think LeBaron Philon had like 37 or something. So he's super dynamic. I said it last week. There's some glimpses where he looks like Shea. I'm not comparing him to Shea, but
I
like
saw that video. Yeah.
offensively, he has some moves where I'm like, yo, he kind of looked like Shea right there. Maybe it's the headband and the braids, but
yeah, that could be a part of it for sure.
he's super smooth with some of his moves. But in Miami, there's no doubt like they get the most out of their guys. So I think he'll succeed over there.
I think I think that is the perfect spot for Philon. Like if you're looking at like where he's projected and the teams surrounding it, like 5-6 teams surrounding that area, Miami Heat is the perfect
we kind of did him a favor because he probably could have gotten taken earlier, but
yeah. But like with this, like he can get his own. He doesn't have the spotlight. I know he's in Miami, but he doesn't have like the spotlight of like being on a really good team and like having to fill a role that he needs to do now. Like he can develop there, but also be on a competent franchise. Like balancing those two with Philon is just a perfect fit for him.
Yeah, and with the new offense Miami runs, he could definitely thrive in there.
Yes, absolutely.
14th pick, we have the OKC Thunder again. This was a part of the Grizzlies trade. Nate Ament is BPA according to this, but I don't know.
There's a few options you can go with. There's one guy that you.
So we took Yaxel Lendenborg with the 9th pick.
Yep, we did. Yep. There's one guy that you were talking about earlier that you wanted me to pick up at 9 for this team. But then there's also like, if you don't like, you could have. I don't like not Quaitons. Mullins can shoot the rock.
They need the spacing.
The white kid from Florida that you really like. Sanak is still available. If anyone's going to develop Nate Ament, it's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder. They don't need a player right now, so maybe they go and develop a guy.
I guess. The two guys that I'm looking at for this pick, I'm looking at Sanak and Patrick Gungba.
Okay. It's Sanak then, I think.
Those are the two guys I'm looking at. Because their front court situation. Because I feel like Yaxel Lendenborg, you're not going to play him at the 5 in the NBA. Like
I agree.
You're going to play him at the 4, and that still leaves you in question with Hartenstein, Thomas Sorber. You don't know what he's going to look like when he comes back.
So doubling up on a big man.
So you could do that. Chris Sanak provides a lot on the defensive side, so you could do that. I mean, the bias is coming for me with Gungba just because, like, just what he was able to do, like protecting the rim, and you saw the flashes and the difference he makes when he's playing as a hub, like on the high post with those passes. He has chemistry with Cam Boozer, and even last year he had chemistry with Cooper Flag. He could play in that role where you could play him out there with Chet, and he's throwing lobs to Chet, or he could hit cutters.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about that too, because I feel like he could really fit into that role, and he could eventually become one of the better backup centers in the league.
Yeah, it's one of those things like with Thunder now too. Same with the Warriors earlier. It's like if you got your guy, even if it's early, which I think this would be pretty early for him, you go out and take him because who cares? I'm the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
If people are gonna like, no one's gonna hate on that type of pick because it's OKC. It's like, oh well, they've hit on everything else. I'm sure that was probably the good pick, or the best pick.
Yeah.
I love Sinak though. I don't know. It's on you though.
I think I'm gonna say
good too.
Yeah, Hawk is good. Hawk. But he's 6'9", and it's like him and Lindenborg. I feel like it's gonna be a little redundant.
Well, he's more of a wing though, right? Like
yeah, he's like a wing.
Play off, like he would be like the replacement for Dort, which I don't think Dort is gonna be there much longer. You know.
I mean, it's too early for this guy, but I was looking at Amar'e Mara from Michigan.
Yeah, 7'3".
That'll be good too.
Yeah, you always have someone above the size of 7'1". Chet's like I think 7'1". Mara's 7'3". Just always have a massive body out there.
I'm thinking about taking
ridiculous.
him.
That's ridiculous.
I'm thinking about taking him
over Morris Johnson. Even okay, if we're gonna talk about Mara, like we could really talk about like Joshua Jefferson.
That's true.
You know,
I'm taking Patrick Gungba for a team. I just feel like he has a lot of translatable skills at the next level, and this is a team where like floor wise, you could play him in spot minutes here and there, and then as he develops a little bit, you can play him next to these guys, and he won't be asked to do a whole lot. Yeah. Like at Duke, he was a pivotal piece. Like you saw the game as soon as he came back, like things changed for Duke, and Cam Boozer started to look a little bit more comfortable. We were able to run our offense a little bit more with Patrick Gungba there too. So you can play. He can offer a bunch of different things, and not just like your prototypical rim running big. Like there's more that he can offer.
There's more to his game. Yeah,
there's more to his game. Like he's more willing to shoot the three. So there's a little bit of jack of all trades with him that doesn't hurt when you're OKC. Like for them, you're not really like striking out with this pick.
Yeah, I trust. Oh Jesus, his name's not coming to my mind right now. GM
Sam Presti.
Yeah, whatever Sam Presti does, all hail whatever the pick that is, because it's going to be a good pick somehow.
Yeah,
somehow, some way.
All right, so that's gonna do it for the lottery. Just to recap, with the first overall pick, the Washington Wizards took AJ DeBanza. Second pick, the Utah Jazz took Darren Peterson. The Indiana Pacers took Cameron Boozer. The Memphis Grizzlies, well, it was originally OKC. They traded up. They took Caleb Wilson. Brooklyn Nets took Keaton Vogler. Sixth pick, the Sacramento Kings took Darius Acuff. The Mavericks at 7 took Mikal Brown Jr. 8, the Atlanta Hawks took Kingston Flemings. At 9, the Thunder took Yaxel Lenenborg. At 10, the Bulls took Hans Steinbach. At 11, the Bucks took Braden Burries. At 12, the Warriors took Cole Pete. 13, the Miami Heat took LeBaron Philon Jr. And at 14, the Thunder took Patrick Gungba II.
I hated on that pick a little bit too much. Cole Pete's a good pick at 12. I love that.
I think that's a good pick.
I do love that.
I think
for some reason I was so stuck on Sinak.
I got to do more work on Sinak.
Yeah,
because if you're saying he's like that,
he's just watch how he protects the rim.
Yeah,
and for the Warriors, I mean, now we have Kristaps Porzingis, so it's like that part of our team is a little bit more relieved. But how much are you going to trust Kristaps Porzingis in May?
I wouldn't trust him at all.
Exactly. So it's like having a rim running defensive beast would be just beautiful for that team.
And I wanted to talk about it real quick because you did bring it up like before yesterday.
Yeah.
What getting the number 1 pick would mean to these lottery teams.
Yeah. We can run that for sure.
Starting with, I guess we could start in the East with the Wizards.
See, this is what I said, and because this was like the first overall pick of our draft that we did. What the number 1 overall pick would mean for the Washington Wizards is exactly what happened with our draft that we just did. You have so many surrounding players like the Alex Sars of the world, the Keyshawn George, the Trey Johnsons, all those guys, I think, are foundational pieces. And now you put in AJ DeBansa, and like that's the guy. Like that's all you need if you're the Washington Wizards. You got the supporting cast. All you're waiting on is like your savior, like your AJ DeBansa. And if you get the number 1 overall pick, that's going to propel you because you're prepared to have that number 1 overall pick. The Kings are not prepared to handle an AJ DeBansa. They have so many different pieces surrounding that they need to like work on. Washington has a foundation. That's the best case scenario for them.
Yeah, I agree. And I would want them to get a number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Just so they could stop being, I mean, it's not going to happen overnight, but just so they could stop being so bad. If the NBA really wants to stop, if the NBA really wants to stop tanking, they got to stop rigging the draft. Just stop.
Yeah.
Because what was it? Three straight years of the Pistons having the worst record, and they got the 5th pick every single time.
Yeah. Granted, they did get the first pick with Cade, but that point still lands. Since 2019, when they went to this 14% for the bottom 3 teams, since that time,
fuck the league for doing that. By the way,
really, I really don't mind it. I think it makes the lottery a lot more fun.
No, you know why I say fuck the league for doing that?
What?
That was the year the Knicks were the worst team in the league.
Oh yeah, you should have got Zion.
They decided to change it that year.
Yeah, okay. That's valid. That's a valid reason for it to hate on that. But since 2019, the worst team in the league has never gotten the first overall pick.
I did a video on
7 years. You did? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not once. So
yeah, the last worst record team to get the number 1 pick was the Suns when they got Ayton.
Yeah, that was the year prior.
Yeah. So yeah, ever since they changed it, the worst team in the league has not gotten the number 1 pick. Yep, you're absolutely right.
I think the lottery needs to be tweaked a little bit. Maybe the worst team's a little bit better, but like I don't like the 25%.
That's part of the problem though. Like the worst team not getting the number 1 pick, and it's not even them not just getting the number 1 pick. It's them falling out of like we saw what Utah last year. They fell to 5.
Yeah.
The Wizards fell to 6.
Yeah.
The Pistons with the best odds fall to 5.
Like 3 years in a row.
Yeah, like we're talking about if the Pistons let's say they got Cade, so you can't give them the number 1 pick 2 years in a row. But say they get the 3rd pick the next year, that's significantly better than getting the 5th pick the next year.
So what you're saying is the top 4 thing is too many teams. Like before, you could jump up in the top 3 when it was the 25%. So maybe we stick with the 3 instead of the 4, or even doing 2. Whereas like, okay, if you have the 8th best odds, you can still jump up in the top 3 or the top 2, just not like the top 4. So like the bad teams like fall even farther.
Yeah.
I think that's what you do.
I just like team record. Like, and if you get the number 1 pick 1 year, the next year you can't get top 3. I would do some shit like that.
In a sense, that does incentivize it more though, objectively, because now you can it makes it easier to tank. But like what we want, because every team is going to tank, so that does make it easier for teams to tank, but it makes the tanking process quicker because you're actually getting good picks.
And this is what I was saying when I offered that like solution. Is like the league has to understand that the life cycle of certain teams, like there's going to be teams that are just bad without tanking.
Yeah.
But like even when you implement that rule, you're going to have to still set certain standards of like, all right, if we suspect that you're sitting out a guy and he's not hurt, we're going to investigate that and we're going to fine you like a shit ton. Like you would have to take that necessary
which just seems like what's going to happen with the Bucks right now. They're investigating them for Giannis.
So I'm telling you now, like this rigging shit is only gonna make shit worse. I can see Bill Simmons. They brought it up on his pod. Like the writing is on the wall for the Warriors to jump up because they want to.
I said in the group chat. I said in a group chat, my group chat that I have with my co-host, and it's like I sent a jersey swap of AJ DeBansa in a Warriors jersey.
Yeah, that would piss me off. Like,
but I'm looking at that like, no, like actual like that's a legit possibility. We have the same exact odds as what the Mavericks had last year. That's where we're at right now.
That shit like that is what would piss me off, because it's like we complain about the imbalance of the league and we still send these top guys. This is why the league is so imbalanced.
And the idea that they come up with is making it worse, because people who make the playoffs, if you lose in the first round, you have a chance to get the first overall pick. That's one of the things that they were talking about. I'm like, what? Making it even worse.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But this is why the league is so imbalanced. Like the last top draft prospects are going to the West. You had the Wembys, the Cooper Flags, the Anthony Edwards, all going to the Western Conference.
The
East, the East, you have fucking Zach Risache. Everybody's out on Paolo now. Markelle Fultz. Shout out to
Cade was the only hit in the last decade.
Ben Simmons, who's out the fucking league right now.
Yeah.
So it's just Anthony.
Granted,
Bennett.
Ben Simmons. Excuse me. Granted, Ben Simmons was great and just fell off completely. He was going to be like the face of the league, but he still didn't end up being that. But Anthony Edwards might go to the East, so there's going to be some
potentially.
It could be a little bit more balanced.
But like giving the Warriors a top 3 pick, that would be. But it makes sense because the history of how the draft has been the last 6-7 years.
Can't say I would be too opposed to it. I can't lie to you.
Oh no, you'll be happy about it. But this is why we have the problems we have, because we're gonna end up with a top 3 of Indiana, Golden State, and
Memphis.
Maybe
Memphis. Not Memphis. Dallas.
No. Yeah, Dallas. That. This is why we have the problems.
Atlanta.
If we did it by team record, you can't put a hand in where things go. And I know people don't like that, but it's like.
Well, is there a big talking point in the NFL when it comes to tanking?
No.
And
I get it. Some people will say the NFL is different. It's a 53-man roster. In basketball, one guy can really change your franchise.
That is a good point, though.
But then you have franchises like the Kings, where I just said before, if they got Victor Wembanyama, we don't know what the fuck they would do after that. Because it's one thing to get the franchise talent, but then what you do after is a big thing. And I don't think the Kings would have been this powerhouse like the Spurs are right now with Wemby.
Yeah,
they'd probably still be trash.
Yeah, the Kings getting Victor Wembanyama is like a dog chasing a car. It's like, what would you do when you get
the Kings? The Kings getting Victor Wembanyama is like the meme of the guy that has that nice ass car. And the house is just shitty as hell.
Oh, yeah, the Lamborghini. Yeah, exactly. Or whatever car that was. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what do you even do after that? They would just be mind blown getting a player like that.
That's like buying GTA 6 for the PS6, and you don't even have a PS6 yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it that would probably hinder his legacy. Kind of like how LeBron went to this shitty organization in Cleveland. The only reason why he went there is because he's from there. Or the only reason why the league let him go there is because he's from there. But he goes to this city in Cleveland, and for 7 years, your best players are outside of LeBron. It's Ilgauskas. Shout out Ilgauskas, he's a great player. But second best player on your team? No. Who's the point guard? Mo Will, those are the guys. Mo Will, Antoine Jameson, for a little bit.
Washed up Shaq.
Oh, Shaq isn't even Shaq. Shaq shouldn't even be brought up. Shaq shouldn't even. He was bad.
Oh, shit. No, but that's why LeBron's one of one, because they didn't do shit around him.
No, and he made it to the finals. Granted, he got swept by Tim Duncan, but that team,
him beating the Pistons alone is crazy. And there was one year where they could have gotten, Stoudemire, but they didn't want to trade JJ Hickson or some shit.
Ridiculous. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but still.
So that was my rant about the draft. Just do what the NFL does.
Sure.
I'm a Giants fan. we haven't got the number 1 pick since like the 60s.
Yeah.
So
but you got to earn it. You got to earn it by being actually bad.
Yeah, you got to earn that shit.
Yeah. But I think there would be less teams. So the two good things about doing that is there will be less teams tanking.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, for example, like the Bucks or the Warriors. Granted, the Warriors aren't a franchise that would try to start losing because they're actively trying to get Stephen Curry back. But like, and they also legitimately cannot move any farther down because we're so far into the season. But like, there would be less teams tanking because teams like the Bucks don't have a reason to lose, at least as much of an incentive as they would prior. So now you have like 4 or 5 teams at most tanking. What was the other reason? There was 2 reasons that I was going to say. There's less people. Yes, there's less people tanking, less teams tanking quantity wise, and it would be way quicker because you'd actually be getting the draft picks, and you'd move out of it quicker. And if you get like 3 first-round picks in a row, granted, I love the lottery and it's a lot of fun, but if you get 3 first overall picks in a row and you still suck,
then everyone should get fired.
Yeah, maybe even like you can't pick top 3 2-3 years in a row.
That's what I would do.
Something like that. Yeah,
that's what I would do if we were to change the team record. If you get the number 1 pick, the next year you cannot get top 3.
Yeah, sure. Something along those lines, like putting for the playoffs.
We also got to think. We also got to think about like a lot of these small market teams. The only way they're getting better is through the draft. And through free agency.
But you can't do it through free agency. No one wants to play for Utah.
Yeah, nobody's going to Utah. Nobody's going to Memphis. They have to go through the draft. So
yeah,
teams are gonna tank for a year, which I'm okay with. Like you tank for 1 year.
Sure.
But the issue is teams tanking year in, year out. And this is my thing with the Wizards. Like they wouldn't be doing this had they got one of these top guys when they've been bad for so long.
Yeah.
Had they got a Cooper Flag, had they got a Wemby, this wouldn't be an issue. But this is an issue because they've been bad for so long.
It's time for the Washington Wizards
and they get the fucking 5th pick. Yeah. This is why this is a problem. You got to reward these teams for being bad. And then
they had number 6, I think. Trey Johnson was 6th.
Yeah, they had the 6th pick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
And I brought it up with football. You had Myles Garrett, Baker Mayfield, back-to-back number 1 picks. They didn't pick number 1 after that. You had Trevor Lawrence and Trayvon Walker back-to-back years. They didn't pick number 1 after that.
Yeah.
So
doesn't happen often.
It's people think if you switch the team record, teams are just gonna get 3 straight number 1 picks. And the only team that probably would have done that in the NBA if they did it like that probably would have been the Sixers. But then in that type of circumstance,
the Pistons,
yeah. But in that type of circumstance where the Sixers were trying to lose, then you'd have to like penalize them in some way. I'm not saying I'm not saying.
Yeah, we're not ignoring that argument at all. Like that's still something that needs to happen too.
I'm not saying all this to say like, all right, we're gonna sit guys. Like you should still be punished for doing that because I hate going on to League Pass every night and every single game is a blowout.
Yeah,
I know we went on a tangent, but
no, there was one more thing though with that point is there was like a certain stat that I saw like this morning or yesterday morning where it's like it was like last night was like the most amount of blowouts in NBA history in one night, or it was some sort of stat like that, and I'm like, that's kind of like the point that we've been talking about, and the stats are the stats. It makes sense why that actually happened.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. Like Thursday, I went on League Pass. I'm like, all right, which game am I gonna watch? Every game was a blowout. Like it got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna watch the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Like I'm a Yankee fan. The Yankees played at 4:00. I got home. The game was over.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The game was over. And I'm like, I'm just going to watch fucking the Guardians versus the Dodgers because all the NBA games are ass.
That's true.
And the NBA better watch out because MLB is with that ABS. They're going to catch up.
Yeah. If they get that salary cap thing figured out, I'm going to start watching the MLB a lot more than I normally do.
Next,
do you want to do another? Like, what would it mean for a certain team, or do you want? move to something else, or what's your plan?
You want to do all the lottery teams or just?
No, we don't need to do all of them. Like I mean, we're at almost 2.5 hours here, so it's totally up to you.
There's only like, all right, for the East, there's like 2 more teams, and then for the West, I would say like one more, like one team. Because obviously Dallas, like, what would that mean? It would just be like, all right, the league is like.
Let's choose one more.
One more?
Yeah.
All right, the 3 that I'm thinking about is the Nets, the Bulls, and the Jazz.
I think that. Let's try to think.
I feel like the Bulls would be kind of the Bulls and Nets would be like.
Let's do Bulls.
Yeah.
Let's do Bulls.
What the number 1 pick would be for the Bulls?
Yeah. What would the number 1 like? If we're doing this as short, I can like start it if you want to, or if you want to start it,
you can start
like,
it.
asking a question. If the Bulls got the first overall pick let me read that. If the Bulls got the first overall pick this offseason, what would that mean for that franchise?
I think that'll be great for them. They need a big time swing in talent, like offer. If they could walk out with AJ DeBanza, I think that'll bring the Lightning back into that organization. They need somebody. It'll be their first number 1 pick since Derrick Rose. So
yeah,
they're the post Jordan era. I was looking at it the other day. I was like, damn, bro, it was really, really bad for them. And it was some of it was like unfortunate, like the Jay Williams things. And then after that, it was just like just making the wrong pick, like trading LaMarcus Aldridge for Tyrese Thomas. And then things started to finally, once they got Derrick Rose, that's when the pieces started to get together. I mean, they had some moves. They had some moves here and there where it's like, this isn't the guy, but it's a foundational piece. Like, you had Ben Gordon, Lowell Deng a few years before, and then Joakim Noah. That was kind of like the foundation building everything together. And then once they got Derrick Rose, it was like, okay, now we could start get the ball rolling now. But
for me, it's like when you look at the Chicago Bulls, they always have, like throughout their history, they always have this like really like one flashy player. Look at Michael Jordan. You look at the Michael Jordans of the world, then you get Derrick Rose, and it's like it seems like if the Bulls get the first overall pick, it's like history is like repeating itself again, and they're getting another like really flashy, fun player. And AJ DeBanza could be that guy. Like they've been so mid for so long. Having that foundational piece of, okay, you have the guy. Okay, now figure it out. Like we've had enough of your team being so mid. Like you have the guy, you've chosen so many bad picks throughout the years, like taking Noah Senge over Derek Queen and whatnot and others. Here's the guy, figure it out. Like this is your run. Like here, damn. Like you know, like those like the those types of MVPs, like in 23, with Joel Embiid, that was like the here damn MVP, or like we're trying finally like, okay, fine, you can have it. This year it would have been Luka, like the here damn type of MVP. This is like the here damn pick. Like, all right, Bulls, here damn, like just take them. This is like fine.
That's the here damn number 1 pick. Like, yo, if you fuck that up, you'll never get it again.
Exactly. Yeah. Or you won't until another 15 years. You'll be mid for another 15 years and then you'll get it again. And that's what happened. Like Derrick Rose, 2011,
8,
2008. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's been even longer. It's been almost 20 years.
Yeah.
So every 20 years you get a first overall pick.
I mean, it would be dope for them to get the number 1 pick.
Just Chicago, like the name, like that's what I'm saying. Like the league is better when the Knicks are good. The league is better when the Chicago Bulls are good. The league is better when the Warriors and the Lakers are good.
Yeah, bro. Like I remember when I first started watching basketball, like the Knicks were good. Well, not like amazing, but they were competitive.
They were like the 2 seed.
The Bulls were good. The Celtics were good. The Lakers were good. Like all the big market teams were good. Like Houston just got James Harden. They were good. Dallas still had Dirk. They were respectable. The Spurs were still the Spurs.
Yeah, all the big markets had the big players.
The Clippers were popping.
Yeah, LA.
So, yeah, that's when the NBA's at its best.
Yeah, it's true. That's what it is.
Yeah. So when the Bulls are good, yeah, it's a real thing.
But it does feel good. Like, so I'm so close to Minneapolis. In 24, when we beat 24, when the Wolves beat the Nuggets, that was like the aura around the city, like just the energy when you go to Tom's Watch Bar or like when you go to First Ave and you go downtown Minneapolis. It's like everyone was just nicer. Everyone's just in a better mood because they're right outside Target Center and everyone's a Wolves fan. And we're just happy that Cat and Ant are going to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years. Going to First Ave in Minneapolis is just a blast now because the team is good. And then we traded Cat, which was sad, but
yeah, it was
necessary.
That was a weird day.
Yeah.
Shout out Tom's Watch Bar.
Yeah. That's a fun spot downtown Minneapolis.
Yeah, we don't have one in Jersey, but I went there when I was in LA. I went there. That shit was nice.
Yeah, really? Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's a good time.
That they have it like right across like the crypto.com.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's like right there.
I didn't know it was a franchise, to be honest with you. I legit thought there was just like some guy named Tom in Minneapolis, but
I didn't know it was a franchise either. Once you brought it up, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. You just say that. Yeah, that's funny.
All right.
Yeah, that's a fun place because it gets so busy. It gets so damn busy there. Like during a playoff game.
I could only imagine because when I went, it was like a Tuesday afternoon, so it wasn't busy.
I didn't even have a table. Like I had to watch it outside. Like that's how packed it was. Just everyone just standing around. And that was like 3 hours before the Wolves played. And that was Wolves Lakers. I don't know. I think it was game 1, Wolves Lakers last year.
Oh, last year. Okay.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's gonna do it for this episode. It was a good episode. We talked about a lot of things.
Yeah.
It was a really good mock draft.
I think it was perfect, honestly. Like we both, like no one messed it up.
Yeah, it came out. It came out really good. I'm probably gonna post that on the IG. I was gonna have a blind ranking for you, but I couldn't really think of one on the spot. I was about to say blind rank these University of Minnesota athletes.
Oh yeah, I probably couldn't even tell you. I could tell you about Chet Holmgren though. Shout out Chet Holmgren. He's a Minnesota guy. Jalen Suggs played against both of them.
Yo, how do you pronounce that high school? Because I've seen it and I'm like, I'm not even gonna try to say that.
Minnehaha? Is
that's how you say it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Minnehaha. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's
yeah.
That's what I thought, but I'm like, he's
a bum though. I've scored on him. I've scored on Chet Holmgren. He's
really?
A bum. Yeah. It was like 6th grade, but still.
That's crazy.
He was tall as hell in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Jalen Suggs was better with Team Sizzle. We got wiped. I mean, we got wiped against Chet too, but against Team Sizzle and Jalen Suggs and his uncle is Terrell Suggs. I think it was his uncle is Terrell Suggs.
Mm-hmm.
That team wiped our ass. Like we got killed by like 40.
How are you the same age as Chet Holmgren or a little bit younger?
I believe we're the same age. No, I think I might be. I don't know. I'm 20. I'm about to be 23. I'm class of 21.
I think
I don't know where he's at.
I think Chet was.
He got drafted in 22. He was a freshman. So yeah, he's same grade. I think he's same grade.
Damn, that's crazy. You played Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, scored on him. I got video of it too. I could prove it. But
yeah, you might have to send me that.
I will. Don't talk about the travel. I did not. It wasn't called. Okay, I'm gonna point that out. I did not travel because it wasn't called. But
and what at that time you said this was 6th grade. Were people like, yo, that's Chet Holmgren, or was he just like some random?
It wasn't like it was Chet Holmgren was a much higher hierarchy than like Kendall Brown. I went to Kansas with Kendall Brown. He was on our team too. He grew up in the same city.
So you went to the University of Kansas?
We went to and that's why I got so like surprised when Kendall Brown went to Baylor. He went to Baylor, but we went to Kansas, like University of Kansas, to play a tournament there with Kendall in 2nd grade. And I was shocked that he went to Baylor because he was so fond of Kansas. Hence why Kansas is my favorite team. But yeah, we went to Kansas with Kendall. He was even in 2nd grade with Kendall. Like you could tell. I'm sorry, I'm kind of going on a tangent here, but you could tell like we were the A team, meaning like the best team in our grade in that city. We're pretty good. We're moving to Kansas to play a tournament. I felt like we were pretty good. Kendall was just like, you knew he was going pro in 2nd grade. And then Chet, think about it this way. Kendall is in the G League right now. He doesn't get minutes for the Celtics. He was drafted by Indiana. Actually, he was drafted by Minnesota and then got traded to Indiana. So that was a really exciting moment. But like Chet is like on a whole nother hierarchy than Kendall. So I would say probably that he like, oh my gosh, we're going up against Chet Holmgren. I think that was the case, but that was a long time ago. I don't remember too much.
Yeah, I'm just looking at athletes from Minneapolis.
Yeah. Trey Jones, Tyus Jones.
Anytime I have somebody that's like from a different state, I'm like, were these guys like, yo, high school like legends in the city?
Yeah. Tyus Jones was.
Yeah, Tyus Jones, hell yeah.
Tyus Jones was a dog.
Apple Valley.
My brother,
yeah.
Apple Valley, yeah. My brother, that was my older brother. My older brother went up against him, wiped them even more. And then I remember that game because Trey Jones was during halftime. He was on the court just chucking up half-court shots and making all of them. I'm like, this guy's gonna be better than Tyus. Like this he's like in.
He's probably like I think he was in
3rd grade. Like he was super young.
I think me and Trey Jones are the same age.
Oh yeah, not 3rd grade. He was a young kid.
He might have been like 8th grade.
Yeah, probably middle school. Yeah.
Fucking Gary Trent.
Is that Minnesota?
It says Gary Trent went to Apple Valley.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else?
Amir Coffey.
Oh yeah, Amir Coffey. Yep, Amir Coffey. He's on the.
Tyrell Terry.
I don't know who that is. Amir Coffey though, he went to Minnesota and then I think he was on the Clippers for a bit.
Minnesota. Shout out to Isaiah Washington, Jelly fan.
I don't even know Isaiah Washington. That sounds familiar.
He was at Minnesota for 2 years. He's from New York.
Okay.
And then
it's always fascinating talking about like different cities because my co-host is one of my co-hosts is from North Carolina, lives in Virginia now, and he's a Duke fan too. It's just so interesting hearing about like different sides of the country, but like we all lived the same lives, like we grew up in the same generation, but just on the opposite side of the country, so everything is like different.
Yeah, like whenever I talk to somebody from a different state, I'm just like, who are the fucking like high school legends and shit like that?
Yeah, it's Chet Holmgren, Jalen Suggs.
Because like for us,
and the Jones
like,
brothers.
I mean, for us, it's like a lot of guys that like people probably wouldn't even know.
Yeah,
but I mean, Jersey has a lot of dudes that come out of.
That's fair.
That come out of here.
But we claim everyone from Minnesota, so there's like more because there's probably less talent coming from the Midwest. So if you're from like Duluth or you're from like St. Cloud or even Rochester down south, it's like, okay, that's Minnesota. Like we're all in it together here. But for you, like Jersey would be different than like someone who grew up in Manhattan or vice versa. Like it's probably smaller area because there's a lot more talent coming from that area.
I definitely pick and choose who we claim.
Yeah.
Cause like there's guys that live like Camden, New Jersey, which is like South Jersey. I'm from North Jersey, so I'm closer to New York. South Jersey is more closer to Philly. So like some guys that are from like South Jersey is like, if I like you, I might claim you, but if not really,
fair.
That you might be more Philly. Like
I even claim people from Wisconsin because my dad's from Wisconsin.
I don't.
But that's more of a personal thing.
Yeah, I don't really claim New York guys. Like, obviously, I appreciate like New York like players, but like I don't really like claim.
So you're from Jersey, but you're not a Nets fan.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Nets. I mean, I grew up with the Nets. Like the old stadium is still up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, as soon as I started getting into basketball, it was the last year that the Nets were in Jersey, and then they moved to Brooklyn, and then I just Carmelo was one of my favorite players growing up, and so was Derrick Rose. So I was always like watching the Bulls and watching the Knicks, and then once Derrick Rose came to the Knicks, it was over.
All we had was Kevin Love for a bit.
But when I was
too young for Kevin Garnett.
Because I didn't go to my first Nets game my first Knicks game until I was like 13 when Melo scored 62 in the Garden. That was my first Knicks game ever.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh my god.
And
that's too perfect.
And then prior to that, I was just straight Nets games. But I wasn't a fan. Yeah. It's just Nets tickets were like so cheap back in the day.
Yeah, we went to a lot of Lynx games because throughout the 2010s, Wolves were not great, and then we traded Kevin Love, who never really played anyway, for Andrew Wiggins. That was like Andrew Wiggins was like our prized possession for a long time, but we really went to a lot of Lynx games because the Lynx won like 4 championships throughout the 2010s or something like that.
Yeah,
so they were like a really fun team to.
Yeah, that's why
how good they were.
That's why I love the. Well, I mean, I've always been a Giants fan, but like. That's why I appreciate the Giants so much because like the stadium is here in Jersey. So like for me it's like literally a 15-minute drive to get to MetLife Stadium. So
that's fair.
I appreciate having a like because we like the Knicks. I gotta fucking take the bus like to go see a Knicks game, and even then those ticket prices are insane. And then I could drive to Yankee Stadium, but I don't want to drive out there.
That's fair. I've heard bad things about driving in New York City or just New York in general. But fuck the Vikings, dude. I don't know if you could. I could probably move this a little bit. You can see the Parsons jersey there.
Yeah, I see it.
But dude, I'm living in enemy territory. My dad grew up around Green Bay, so that's why I'm a Packer fan. It's just I hate them almost more than the Bears because I live here. Even though the Bears are like more of a like the storied rivalry.
I think for football, I hate the Eagles.
I hate the Eagles too. We lose to them too much.
Hate the Cowboys.
Hate the Cowboys too.
I don't really give a fuck about the Commanders that much to hate them.
It's like the Lions for us.
I hate. I'm not gonna say I hate the Jets, but I dislike the Jets.
Little brother, just like. Peasant
I always feel like the thing about like New York or New Jersey, like we always got 2 teams in the city.
Yeah,
and I'm a fan of all the big brother teams, not by choice. That's just how it is. It's just what happened. But like for me, if it's 2 teams in one city, there can only be one king. So if the Giants are good,
can't coexist.
We cannot coexist. Like if we're both good at the same time, cool. But I'm still.
It'd be a fun rivalry. Yeah,
it would be cool. But I could not stand it if the Jets were great and we sucked. Like I couldn't live with myself.
I've never felt that perspective because it's just been Twins, Wild, Vikings, Timberwolves. Like there's no other teams over here.
For me, I hate like fuck the Nets. Like for me, it's been fuck the Nets since the McHale trade.
That's fair.
And also a little part of it too was the Kevin Durant, Kyrie going to the Nets
instead of the Knicks.
Yeah, and then us not getting Zion. I wasn't mad about them going there. It was everybody else that became a bandwagon Nets fan and then shitting on the Knicks. And then now the Knicks are lit, and now you see when the Knicks are winning these playoff games, you have all the people outside the stadium trying to go viral. But those are a lot of people that weren't here for the dark days.
So you're a Knicks fan. I'm a Wolves fan. It's interesting because now we have 2 different perspectives on the same trade. How do you feel about that Cat trade? Like, did it go well for you? You think? He's expensive. Big purr.
When it first happened, I was kind of confused. I think the worst part of it was losing Dante. Because
we treat him well here. Don't worry.
Yeah. I really miss Dante.
Yeah.
But the idea of the trade, like when it first happened, like I could see why they did it. And at the time, like I wasn't that mad about it because what people don't remember is that Mitchell Robinson was hurt, so he wasn't gonna be ready for the start of the season.
Makes sense why he went big.
Isaiah Hartenstein just left to OKC. Our only center on the roster at that point was Jericho Sims.
Oof.
So we would have been starting the season with probably Jericho Sims starting at the 5 or playing Julius Randle at the 5. That wasn't going to work.
No.
So we had to make some type of move.
That's a big move to make, though. I mean, you could have made a much smaller move, but regardless, you needed a center.
Yeah, at that point, I didn't really think what move we could make to get a center. But all I knew was like, yo, we need a center because Mitchell Robinson, he didn't come back until March of last year. And we tried the most we could to keep Hartenstein, and I don't blame him for leaving. He got more money and he was going to a better team. So I guess getting Cat there, I guess what made it worse was trading Dante. Like if it was Cat for Randall straight up,
I would be pissed.
I would have felt better about it.
I would have been pissed. I would have
felt better about it. But the fact that we gave up Dante, that's the part that hurt.
Everyone in Minnesota was freaking out.
And it also sucked that we didn't get to see the Villanova 4 together.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate there. We love Dante over here, okay? Like, I just want to let you know, like, we take care of him. Like, that's one of our favorite players. As far as, like, fan favorites, it probably goes Ant and Naz Reid are top tier. You're not touching those guys. But Dante is, like, in that second tier of loved players by us. But, like, everyone was freaking out because we just got off of beating the
Nuggets,
the champions. Yeah, the champions, the Nuggets, like the former champions. So it's like that was such an iconic moment that we like that the playoff run was so iconic for Minnesota and for Minneapolis, and we just already blow it up, and it's like, and we're just sitting there like, what? No, we had something so good. Julius Randle's great, Dante's great, but like we had something there. But everyone was freaking out. But I was like, okay, well, guys, he's making $50 million here. Like we're and then Rudy Gobert, he is expensive
why
too.
He got traded.
It is why, yeah, and that's why I'm like trying to tell people, it's like, relax. This was just kind of a smart move here. Like it makes sense why we did that, because we don't have a Jalen Brunson like you guys where he's making less than $40 million, I think, or like he took a pay cut. Ant wants all the money he can get. Rudy's obviously going to take all the money he can get. He's making like $40 million, which is a tough contract coming up, because he's not going to be great in 2 years and he's going to be making a lot of money at 35 years old. That's a whole nother conversation though. But we didn't like it. Like as a whole, Minnesota did not like that trade, at least at first.
But what I will say, because it sounds like I was just like being negative, I love Karl Anthony Towns. Like I'm always like Jersey guy. So he got to come back home. And I felt like last year was the best season of his career. So I had so much fun watching him play. And I'll never forget, like people like to shit on him a lot, calling him soft, but like that game 3 versus the Pacers last year, when he single-handedly brought us back and won us that game.
Yep.
There's a lot of guys that people say that like they would take over Cat, but they've never had a game close to that, and probably never will. So it's shit like that I remember, and I think just his resilience as a person and as a player, like he goes through a lot and he deals with a lot of shit. Like he's been the punching bag for a lot of shit, and he continues to go out there and he plays his ass off. Like I know this year's been tough for him because it's like new system. He's kind of been the one that had to sacrifice a lot. And I get his frustration, and I don't really like I don't blame him for being upset. And that I appreciate everything he's done for us. Like it sucks when he's not playing up to par, and I see fans like shitting on him, because I'm not gonna give up on him like easily like that, because he's a big part of why we went to the conference finals last year. And I believe like wholeheartedly that we're not gonna reach our goal if he isn't a big part of that.
Yeah.
Like this bullshit of him only taking 8 shots, which isn't on him. Like it's on like the coaching and sometimes the players.
Mike Brown.
Yeah.
That's mostly Mike Brown, I think.
I think in order for the Knicks to go far, Cat has to be a big part of that.
Yeah.
Like you cannot limit what he does because he takes this team over the top. And so
you got enough defensive pieces around them.
Yeah. And this is credit to the coaching staff. This is like the best defensive group they've put around a Cat Brunson lineup. Because I believe we're like top 5 in defense now.
Yeah. Really?
I think since January like 21st, we've been like one of the like a top 3 defense.
Wow.
On the year, we might not be top 5 on the year, but we're definitely like top 8.
Well, the formula is top 10 in both offense and defense.
For
you to get better, so that's huge.
Yeah. So shout out to Cat. I'm not giving up on him.
Good, because that's our boy.
I hope he has a big time playoffs. Like I'm really rooting for him.
Me too. I would love a Wolves Knicks.
I wanted that last year so bad, yo.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Wolves Knicks finals, that'll be so fire.
Now we can't get past the Western Conference Finals, and we never will. We didn't do it with KG, won't do it now.
I just want to get to the finals. Like,
yeah.
I haven't seen the finals
so
in
good
my life.
For the league.
I haven't seen the finals in my lifetime.
Yeah. This year.
Last year was the first conference finals in my lifetime.
If you're gonna do it, no Pacers. Celtics are really good right now, but you need to get past the Celtics. You already beat the Celtics though, so it's like there is that for you.
I'm not gonna lie, like it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm not like scared of the Celtics. Like I welcome that challenge.
Okay, that's a good mentality then.
I think the team that scares me the most in the East is probably the Pistons.
Well, that's if they have Cade.
Yeah.
So you can take a deep breath there. And no Pacers this year, so you're good. This year is the year. Because if the Pacers get the first overall pick or a top 3 pick,
the Pacers are like the fucking kryptonite, bro. I fucking hate the Pacers. I hate the Pacers. I don't know. But it was a good conversation, good episode today. I'm gonna let you go because we went like
we went long.
We went longer than expected, but
there was just so much content that's kept on getting brought up.
If you want to plug anything or shout out anything right now, you could do that.
Oh yeah, I mean shout out to Smoker Fire Show, Smoker Fire Pod. I think we're going to be moving to on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everything. We want to do a Family Feud episode at some point, so you're totally welcome to be a part of that. We'll figure something out sometime this summer. And then I'm also on I'm Just One Jack. I'm just the number 1 Jack. Same thing, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I do more personal stuff, mostly just shorts. I want to move into long form stuff too. But it's mostly just short form stuff. So if you're interested in that, those are my 2 spots. Appreciate you having me on though. This has been a blast.
Nah, yeah, I appreciate you for pulling up. Whenever could get guests on, it's always I kind of hate doing episodes by myself. But whenever I can have a guest on, it's always
bounce off ideas.
I'm a little bit more energized. I feel like when I'm by myself, it's just like I kind of don't bring the energy sometimes.
That's totally valid.
So appreciate you for pulling up.
Of course.
Wishing you a lot of success and keep going. But that's gonna do it for today's episode. If you guys are listening on audio, please give 5 stars. Watching on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. You guys have been doing really good with that as of late. Follow me on TikTok at the JV Podcast. Follow me on Instagram at the JV Podcast 1. We appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Peace.